Ahoy! He's the comic book hunter, also known as just Hunter. And I'm Tyler, also known as A Hero Story. And this is
Yeah,
A Hero Story, the podcast named after me. And it's
it's
just the
true.
two of us this week.
Well, maybe. Harper sent this image of himself.
4%, yes, he did send that image of himself just now.
He's
Um,
he's he ain't feeling so good, but he's
yeah.
gonna join maybe in like a few minutes here. But he just had to
You
start, so
you saying he's not feeling so good makes it look like that happened to him because he's sick. He just got super swollen. He got stung by a million bees and he's not feeling great.
he's just like I don't have a voice. I really
Yeah.
can't record today, and I'm just like, come
I've got the
on.
mumps. Yeah.
Yeah, so he said that, and
It's so stupid, man.
there you
For the
go.
for the for the listening audience, it's a picture of Fat Harper, but not Fat Harper. It's actual real Harper, what he looks like right now. And if he joins the
It's a
podcast
bad.
with his video, just know that it's CGI.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. We have a lot of news this week.
We do.
Sorry
It's a
I've
big
been
news week.
out of here lately.
Oh
I started this
shit!
company. What?
What
What?
episode number is it?
Oh,
Two eighty
I
six.
thought we just got big news or something. Um, yeah, I've been working two jobs, and so part of that means I can't really record all the time. But
286.
I'm here this week, and I will do whatever it takes to be here next week. Because next week, I know we're gonna get into this week and it should be a good
Yes.
episode. But next week's Joker 2.
Yes, and he can't for some reason cannot wait for Joker 2. You guys would
You
not
know what?
believe how much he talks about it.
I can't wait for the podcast about Joker 2. The movie I'm kind of dreading.
But what if like it's not that interesting of an episode? Like remember the Black Adam episode where we all just went, "Yeah, it's really bad, wasn't it?" And then we all just went, "Yeah, it was."
Yeah, and then we made a video of us rewatching.
Yes, we did. So expect the Joker 2 watch along in a year.
Yes, that'll probably happen. I don't know. Should we start with the Joker 2 thing? Because yeah, maybe we should start with that.
Sure, why not?
Because we
Coming
wrote
out
it down.
next
We're already
week.
talking about it. Joker 2 out next week. Warner Brothers, they presented this, or I guess it was like box office report for Joker 2. It looks like for pre-sold tickets, it ain't looking so good. As of right now, as of recording, The Flash has outsold Joker 2 for pre-sales
Yeah,
so
it
far, which is
I
bad. And The Flash
would
did not
blow
do
my
very good.
mind if this movie bombs really. But I guess
That surprised.
You are
on
going back and
every
forth to
level,
different audios here.
nobody really wanted this movie, right? What did you say?
Your mic went all weird for a second.
God damn it. You
You're
hear me now
normal
though?
now though. Yeah,
Okay, that was
you're
weird.
good now.
I was saying that on every level, nobody really wanted this movie the way it is, right? People that like the first Joker movie didn't want this one to be a musical, and people that don't like the first Joker movie don't want a Joker 2.
Yeah,
So who's it
and
for?
that's, that's a good point. Are you excited?
Yeah. 100%. I actually am. I you know,
Are you gonna rewatch Joker this week?
shit, don't ask me that. Because the answer, like now that you've said it, might be yes. I don't like Joker. I know we always talk about this. I think it's a bad movie.
You
But
do
the
think that, yeah.
but the when Joker 2 was announced, after like the, falling to your knees and screaming, I and they said it's gonna be a musical, I was kind of like, oh, that's actually
It's
something that
different.
it's different, and I could see why they would want to make that movie. And then we hear it's a jukebox musical and there's no original music, which is sounds horrifying to me, by the way. That sounds like the fact that I might walk into this movie and see like a Jokerized version of like Take on Me or something is
Oh,
horrifying.
yeah, that's Hollywood's
Like,
favorite song.
but yeah. Yes, but that is scary as shit, dude. Like
Yeah.
that is real horror. And so for that, I'm kind of excited, but I hate movies where I'm in the movie theater with everyone cringing. And I hope this is not one of those
Hmm.
movies.
It is
You
gonna be
know?
that. Remember when they played Take On Me in the Mario movie? It felt
Yes,
so
I
out of
do.
place. It was so weird.
Well, they're gonna
But yeah,
do it
that's
in
probably gonna.
the Last of Us 2 show as well. So
Yeah, probably Take On Me.
remember Ellie sings it? That's in the
Oh
guitar?
yeah, but it's like that's okay.
Yes,
That's
it is.
okay.
But I'm saying we're
Now
gonna
we're
get a
gonna
Joker
hear,
version of that too.
yeah, Joker's gonna sing "No Sleep Till Brooklyn."
Yes.
Uh,
Imagine, maybe we've said this before already, but can you imagine if all the songs were just like the awesome mix from Guardians of the Galaxy? It's all the Joker songs. Ooga
Star City.
Chaco.
I was gonna say that.
imagine it had the
Then
same
it'll be
intro.
good.
Yeah. Yeah. Then it would
It'll
be
be good.
good. Yeah.
We discovered like 2 weeks ago that this movie's like almost 3 hours
Yeah.
too.
Or something
So
like that, right? Is it actually? Let's look it up. I know that guy
I
said it's like
think
2.5 hours, right?
I think it'll look really good. Like I
Oh
think
yeah, no,
cinematography
obviously.
will be amazing.
It'll
Yeah.
be it. God, this movie's $200 million. It's 2 hours 18 minutes. All right, that's not that bad.
What? Why is it that much? It's about a guy who goes crazy.
Yeah, Joker 1 was $60 million. Like it made its budget back times 1,000.
Yeah. I saw somewhere that like Red One, that Santa movie coming out with Dwayne Johnson is
Yes.
$250 million budget, which is
Yeah.
ridiculous
Well,
for a
because it's like
Christmas movie.
Amazon, right?
Is it? Oh, I didn't.
Amazon can spend a million. Amazon's spending $1 billion on Lord of the Rings right now. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
$250 million. Red One. God damn.
Jesus. Yeah, for the Santa Claus spy movie.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so man, Hollywood needs to realize like let's not put all our money into this. Like $250 million was She-Hulk's budget too, I think.
Well,
And that
it's with television shows as well is the issue that they're kind of hemorrhaging money because I don't understand. Like I know we don't know the inside baseball of it, but I don't understand how they do make any money on streaming shows. Like
yeah, I don't get
because
it either.
let's use Rings of Power as an example, right? And Amazon has spent, and I don't remember, I'm gonna make sure this is correct, but if I remember correctly, I thought it was $1 billion for 5 seasons, but I think they might have spent around $1 billion for the first
Season
season.
one, yeah, because it was like they're on location and they're building sets on location,
Yeah,
and it does look good.
it looks fucking spectacular. But like people are not signing up for Amazon Prime in the droves you would need to make $1 billion for a television show. And that's I
Yeah,
think true of every streaming service, right? No one's doing that for Disney Plus.
yeah,
There's no premiere shows like that. Maybe when like Game of Thrones and like that really being it was in its heyday, maybe you were, but
yeah.
absolutely you're not now.
I think if you want to get people to be like, let's watch a show and let's put as much money as we can, it need to be a franchise. But I think the biggest franchises in the world are already doing that, like Star Wars and Marvel. They're already doing that, but they're not.
Yeah, dude,
They're losing the audience.
I read that Andor's budget, and Andor is an excellent show, and it is 10 episodes or 12 episodes, was like $360 million.
Ooh,
Because
okay,
again, they shoot on
okay.
location, they do they want to be practical
Yeah,
and
so
like
yeah, it does
yeah, I get
look
it. And you know what?
expensive.
It's not coming out of my paycheck. I don't care how much money they spend on these things, but the numbers are funny to look at sometimes
Yeah.
when you see that you know, they spent $250 million on the Flash and it looks like that, you know?
Mhm. It's
It's
just like,
funny to look at.
did it have to be that expensive? Because like
Yeah.
for Lord of the Rings, for instance, you don't have the star power here.
Nope.
And a lot of the locations, like you are in, like the latest episode, for example, a lot of that was in like just a field in New Zealand.
You watched the latest episode?
Yeah, I'm caught up now.
Episode se- Real quick. Was that a masterpiece?
Oh,
Episode
okay.
7?
It's way better than season one.
Dude, episode 7, I watched it when I came home on Thursday, and I was like, that was a movie, man. That was a legit
Yeah.
movie. God,
Yeah,
that was
like
good.
like Rings of Power. Okay, season one, I didn't
6 out of
like.
10. I think it's fine to
Yeah, I
good.
give it like a 6. Sorry, I wasn't hating it, but I was
Yeah.
like, I mean, that was okay. Maybe I'll watch season two. And it took me a while. Like you were just shocked that I was caught up there because it took me a
Yeah.
while. I watched episode one when it came out, and then I didn't watch any others for like
No,
three
I literally
weeks.
did the same thing.
Yeah, so then I'm like, okay, here it's better now. So I started watching. I'm like, okay, yeah, this is good.
Yeah, it's
But
awesome. I think the newest episode was legit, like so good.
yeah, it
Um.
was very good. I
Anyway,
don't really
Joker
like
2.
Elrond's romance, but yeah, well, Joker 2.
I don't think she did either. Did she give him a
Yeah, I
look? She was
mean,
like, "You sure about
but
that,
also
buddy?"
they like, do you know who they are? Like in
What do
the
you mean?
president, like, do you know who Elrond is to Galadriel?
No.
In like lore wise, because this is all based on Tolkien's notes.
Yes, similarity.
That is Galadriel is his mother-in-law.
All right. All right. All right.
In-law, I know, no, not related by blood, but
It's still weird.
seeing that was like, okay, well,
Yeah.
why are you going in that direction?
But Sauron, he's crazy. That guy's crazy.
Yeah, but okay, that's fine. Whatever.
Anyway,
It's the ring made me do it. You know,
yeah.
the ring made me kiss your mom. But it's
Joker,
Joker 2.
yeah, Joker
I'm not
2 is going to
excited.
cost one Rings of Power or
Yeah,
one episode of Rings of Power.
I have my tickets for opening night. So I'm just not excited for some reason. I have zero
I
expectations.
don't have my tickets yet. I am going to get them because no one else is buying them. But
Yeah, as we just discussed.
I did think today, like, what if I spoke to JD and Harper and told them not to see it, and then we all go on the podcast, and you're the only one that's seen it, and you don't know. And I'm like, no, we gotta watch it. We
No,
do have to
no.
watch it.
I hope JD does, because like he's been
Like
dead for a
Joker.
while now.
Yeah, no,
Like
yeah,
this is his movie.
yeah,
It's like he actually so we're in a chat and JD's very much like MIA. Like we don't know where he is because he's dead right now.
yeah.
But he sent a picture recently of like a Joker 2 billboard and he's like, literally me? So it's like, okay, you're
They've
interested.
got him. Yep.
You're showing like, oh my God. Like JD he's you know those movies where you come back from the dead, the character, and they just gonna walk around like what's going on? Like he's like Soldier Boy. Soldier Boy and the
Yes.
boys. He's walking around being like the world's so
He's
different.
very much like Soldier Boy.
He's a little too much like Soldier Boy. And then he sees a billboard, Joker 2, and that's the one thing that looks familiar to him.
Yeah.
So he's like,
Ooh, Joe. I
there
remember
it
Joker.
is.
Yeah.
I know the Joker. Musical, I know
Um.
musicals. But yeah,
Wow.
we'll
Joker.
move on
So,
next week.
the top thing I think we want to talk about was Thunderbolts Asterisk, which I hate calling
Trailer.
it that, but that is the title of the movie. Don't
Oh,
blame
we
me.
just
Blame
call it
Marvel.
Thunderbolts. We can just call it Thunderbolts.
No, you got to call movies by their names. No, yeah, Thunderbolts.
Like Shazam, we're not calling Shazam exclamation point. Like it's just
or
in the
we're not
title.
just screaming Shazam. But yeah, Thunderbolts. Trailer came out Tuesday, just this week, and
Yeah.
looks cool.
It looks way better than we've been talking very bad things about this movie for
I
like
just
months.
have a like what's the word? I just have an aversion to this idea of the Thunderbolts as a thing. It's against what I think the Thunderbolts are as a team, but I also recognized that I'm the only one that cares about that and is thinking about that. And on its own, I think this does look cool.
It does.
I think it looks cool, and I'm good with that. As long as it's a cool movie, I guess I don't care that Zemo's not in it for some reason, at least not in the marketing.
Mhm.
But it does feel like to me, this does feel earned, right? Where all we've wanted is connective tissue for these last couple of years, and like here's
Mhm.
one that's actually going to happen. You know?
Yeah, I noticed I'm watching the trailer. It's like, oh, it's John Walker from
Yeah, these
Falcon and the Winter
characters we
Soldier,
actually
and
all
he's
do know these
interacting with
characters.
like Yelena from Black Widow and Ghost from Ant-Man. It's like this is characters that are actually like meeting for the first time and crossing over.
There's like actual Avengers vibes.
Yeah, it
And
totally. Yeah,
yeah,
totally.
and I like the tagline as well. I think it's fun. Don't or be careful who you assemble. It's fun.
Yeah.
Like I like that tagline.
The
I
trailer, or
know
sorry, the poster's really good too.
poster is really good. I know that this movie is just the Suicide Squad, but like I guess Marvel's got to have one of those too. You know, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I'm fine with
Mhm.
them having a Black Ops team of guys that got to do the dirty work because in the
Mhm.
comics I like seeing all those characters as well. I like the Norman Osborn era of Dark Avengers. I like the Thunderbolts as an original concept. And so, yeah, I'll watch this movie. And I also forgot until I watched this trailer that I really like the Sentry. And I'm very interested to see how they pull the Sentry off
Wow.
in this movie. Yeah.
Did you see the actor that plays him? He was asked, "Are you going to suit up in this movie?" And his response was, "I'm not going to be leaving that tower in the rags that you see in the trailer."
Yeah.
So
He's gonna. Well, I mean, they haven't said it obviously, but he is the Sentry. I mean, his name is Bob, right?
yeah,
Like,
yeah, Bob Reynolds.
here's
It's
my
like,
only
no, this
question.
guy's not playing. Robert Pattinson's not playing Batman. He's playing a character named Bruce.
Bruce. Yeah. No, all right. Yeah, we see what you're doing.
Yeah. So it is.
I'm very interested though, just curiosity, like how they are going to do the Sentry in this movie, because like, what would you say is the most interesting part of the Sentry as a
Um.
character?
Well, he's this all-powerful character, but he has extreme mental health issues. So
Yes.
It's like what it is. It is like a Superman like character. He's a lot of people say he's a Superman copy. He's really not,
No, he's not.
but he is a character that flies, has super
Yeah,
strength, and is
I
bulletproof.
mean, in the same way
Like
that Omni-Man and Invincible or Superman and Homelander, like, sure. I mean, there's a
they
template,
have
but
similar
it's more
powers,
nuanced than that. Yeah.
but like
Um,
completely different character.
See, here's the thing, is I knew you would say that because we're missing a big part of the Sentry's character. Because when you describe him to people, you do go with the oh, he's like Superman, but
He's
he's like
Flashpoint
schizophrenic as
Superman.
well.
Yeah.
But the original concept behind the Sentry in the original Sentry mini is that
Mhm. I've
a
read that.
he's a classic Marvel character that
Mhm.
was around back then with your Silver Age of characters like Spider-Man, the Fantastic Four, and the Avengers. But something happened and we all forgot about it. But he did
Mhm.
exist canonically.
Mhm.
And I'm just wondering that if I walk into that
Oh
theater
my God.
and they
I
don't
know where you're going.
if they don't CGI him into the fight in the Avengers, like in the Battle of New
Yeah.
York,
Oh.
I'm thinking, what was even the point of doing the Sentry? I think if they don't do that, I feel like I will be disappointed because I think that that's the whole point of the Sentry, you know?
Is that yeah, he was around, but he forgot because of the void made people forget.
Yes,
But then
because
it's like the void made the audience forget too.
like I'm wondering if they should do that. Is that a bridge too far? Is it a bridge too far to say that this guy was there during the Battle of New York in the Avengers with
I
the
would
Avengers?
I think that
And
would be a conversation of like Marvel had.
yes,
Like Kevin Feige might have had that conversation. Sorry,
yeah.
there's a police car going by. I don't know if you're
Just
sorry.
shot out your
But
windows. Get down.
but I think that would be amazing, but I totally understand if Marvel doesn't do
Doesn't
that.
do it. Yeah, I think they should. I think they
I think they
should.
should too, because they
I think
definitely could.
and I think that's fun. I think that's
That would be
again,
cool,
that was
yeah.
the fun part of the Century. Now, I did just reread the Century Mini yesterday, just because I wanted to get it all up again, and um, they maybe go a bit far because they establish in that book that the Sentry was the first of all the Marvel heroes. They
Yeah.
established that he's the sickest and the coolest. He's Reed Richards' best friend. He made Peter Parker take a picture of him that got Peter a Pulitzer. He's the best friend of Bruce Banner and the Hulk. So it's like, okay,
Mhm.
maybe you just created this character so that everyone would love him, and maybe don't do that in the MCU because people
Then it's
are
like feels forced, you know.
exactly people when you tell someone to love something, their first instinct is going to be to push it away. It needs to be
Mhm.
natural. But I think that I like Lewis Pullman. I think I
Yeah.
haven't seen him in a lot of things,
Tom
but
Holland.
and I like the Sentry. So I think if they do that, that would be cool. Um,
I think it would be cool if we get those flashbacks of like maybe he's like this hero that was in the past, but he's very cheesy, like he's smiling at the
yeah.
camera kind of thing, and
Well,
he's like
I
waving.
there's a cool thing about the Sentry when they introduced him as well was that the writers, like what's his name, Paul Jenkins, Jay Lee, and Casada, they lied about it and they said that they had found him in like an old notebook from the 60s or something, and they said that he was actually an old Marvel character that they never published before. And so
Mm.
like it was all just a big ploy, and people back in the day must have, like, I say back in the day 20 years ago when they introduced the Sentry, that must have been so confusing. Just
Probably, yeah.
this
Probably.
an old there's a forgotten character you found in a notebook or something.
Yeah.
Other thing about this movie is that clearly that's Avengers Tower that they're in. So Avengers Tower was bought by what's her name, Valentina Allegra de Fontaine, the Countess.
Yeah. Kind of disappointing.
Elaine. Yeah, disappointing, yes. But they're definitely going to be the new Avengers, if not the Dark Avengers,
Yeah, they're
something.
gonna be the
They're going
Dark
to be
Avengers,
an
yeah.
adjectived Avengers, right?
Yeah, it's probably
I
gonna be called Dark
I
Avengers.
think they could even do. I know when they this was a rumor that came out that it's going to be called New Avengers with the asterisk and not Dark.
Oh, I hate that.
You hate that? I
Yeah.
could live with it,
I don't
honestly.
like it. I
Well,
don't like
just like
it.
a fake New Avengers, like a New Avengers in the context of the MCU.
Yeah,
But
I
this is
know,
the
but
thing,
like
and this is
I
why.
don't know.
But this is why it's bothering me, is because, dude, next year, uh, Captain America 4, Sam Wilson builds,
A
hypothetically,
new
if this is what,
team,
yeah,
apparently.
builds an actual New Avengers, and
Mhm.
then next movie, Thunderbolts, you get the opposite point of that. You get the Dark Avengers, right?
Mhm.
And that's clearly something that would be on a collision course, right?
Mhm.
Those two teams fighting, but Avengers 5 is going to have Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom. So they're not going to do that story. That could be an Avengers movie. Is those two
Oh, I see what you
Avengers
mean.
going to
Yeah.
war? Because also
Yeah.
remember that Val wants to invade Wakanda, right? So
Mhm.
that could have been an Avengers movie. Is the Thunderbolts, the Dark Avengers, whatever, New
Oh,
Avengers,
then it's like Bucky
sent to
versus
invade
Sam too.
Wakanda? Yeah, dude. Oh, that would have been sick. I didn't even think about that. Bucky versus Sam. But yeah, that
Mhm.
seems like a collision point that they would build to, and it
Mhm.
just doesn't seem like that's really going to pay off.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it could. There's no reason it couldn't, but we already know what the next Avengers movie is.
Yeah, and so you'd have to like put another movie in between or
Yeah.
before that, but it seems unlikely because I mean they still could do a movie before that, but it seems like Avengers
It would
5 is gonna start filming
really
next
have to be
year.
rushing that.
Yeah, especially with like Spider-Man happening beforehand and maybe Thor 5, maybe Doctor Strange 3, so
Yeah.
and we're not gonna get that
I-
story in those two movies.
Yeah, I think that's kind of disappointing.
Yeah, and like
But
Shang-Chi 2 is dead.
yeah,
I think.
yeah. Oh, but he could have been in that.
He could have, yeah. I mean, he could still be in Captain America, but
Yeah. I
I don't
think
know.
also Thunderbolts. Do you think this is kind of a what's it called? This is like I'm throwing this out into the ether, but do you think that there could
Okay.
be any sort of, obviously if it's called Dark Avengers and we look at the Dark Avengers from the comics, it's all the
Villains.
heroes pretending to be villains led by no, all the villains pretending to be
Villains
heroes
pretend to be heroes.
led by Norman Osborn.
Mhm.
Do you think there's any type of shot we get any sort of Willem Dafoe, Norman Osborn type of thing?
No,
You think
no,
he could just show up again as regular MCU Norman Osborn? Oh, actually, he does exist.
no.
Yeah,
I
no,
think we do get a Norman Osborn in the main MCU, like 616 MCU.
616.
It's
Yeah,
not going to be Willem Dafoe. I think he would do it, but
I
I
think
don't
he could
think
do
they're
that.
going to
I
do
don't see
it
why not.
because
I'm
he seemed to
wondering.
love playing it.
Yeah,
And
I'm
Willem
just
Dafoe,
wondering,
he films like 80 movies a
dude.
year.
He does. Yeah, he doesn't have. What does he do? And he's caught by people like just fucking high out of his mind on the streets of New York a lot of the times doing
He
interviews.
doesn't live in New York, too. Did you know?
I know, but he's always just like, this is a shirt. I bought it from down the street. I got my new shoes. Like, I see one of those videos. I would see them once a week. I swear to God, you know?
It's because one guy did it to him, and now
Yes.
people are like, "Oh, he's okay with this types of videos." So now they
Yeah.
keep going up to him and being like, "Hey, tell us about your fit." He's like, all right."
And he's clearly
I
on like
listened to a
mushrooms or
podcast
something.
with him on it, and it was about him by
Yeah.
A24. A24 has a podcast,
Uh-huh.
and he talked about how he has a house in California when he's doing movies in Hollywood, and he has a house in Rome, and that's it.
Jesus.
Yeah, and like his wife is in Rome
I
too.
love this guy, man. You ever
But he
hear
doesn't live in New York, but he's always
always
spotted
found
in New
in New
York.
York? Well,
I'm
because
like, what
he's
are
off
you
the
doing?
he's off the Goblin Green, man. He's off that Oz formula.
He thinks he is
Yeah.
like Norman Osborn.
But that's so funny. Have you ever heard? I forget what movie it is, but there's a story about how he had to go nude for a movie once, and they had to build him a prosthetic penis because his actual penis was too big and unbelievable for the
Is this
scene.
for Nosferatu?
No. This was like for a
Oh,
movie decades ago.
that's
Have you
very funny.
it was too big, and they were like, that doesn't fit the character. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, it's funny.
Harvard just asked for a link, by the way.
I sent it to him.
Have you seen have you no, you don't watch sitcoms, right?
I mean,
I was gonna say, have you seen Parks and Rec?
I like Seinfeld, Elaine. No, I haven't seen Parks and Rec.
Okay, never mind. There's a character in that's like an old man.
Oh,
I guess
Joe
like Willem
Biden.
Dafoe. Joe Biden isn't it? He's a
Yeah,
little
exactly.
younger. Is Jerry. But he's like
Yeah.
he's an old clumsy man who's timid and afraid of everything.
Is
And
he
he's
Willem
always
Dafoe?
has health issues and stuff like he's that character, right? And
Okay.
there's a scene where he has to get checked out by a doctor because he's in an accident. And they go to interview the doctor after because he had to do like surgery near his yeah. And the only thing the doctor says is like biggest penis I've seen in my entire life. It's like to the timid old man, but that's Willem Dafoe.
It's Willem Dafoe. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Harper is joining now.
I've crossed out Thunderbolts. Next on the list.
Oh, one thing I want to say about Thunderbolts.
Oh, here we go.
Is Harper joining, by the way?
I mean, he should be. I mean, he's not joined yet, but
He needs a link, he said.
I sent it to him.
Oh, okay, cool. One thing I want to say, a lot of people are complaining, rightfully so, and I'm included on that. And they're just like, oh, it's like the Suicide Squad, where they're just like, oh, he has the same thing as I do, but I do it better. But the
Yeah.
whole team is that.
Yeah, the whole team is just a
And
bunch of guys that kick people.
it is a bunch of guys that just like throw people really far
Two guys
against
with
walls.
shields.
Yeah, and two guys with
Two
shield.
guys with
Three
shields.
super soldiers, and
Three
it's
guys
like,
with shields. Taskmaster has a shield
Yeah.
too.
yeah, and Ghost is like the only one with powers.
Yeah.
That being said,
Yeah,
I'm just like, that sucks. This is gonna be lame. But you know what else is a movie, a team with a bunch of the same powers? Every action movie ever.
That's
Like
true.
Mission Impossible.
Yes.
And like the Oceans movies and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. Purple.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be good. Harper, you hear us, buddy? Thoughts on the
Yeah, man.
Thunderbolts movie? Thoughts on Thunderbolts asterisk?
It looks like the best movie I've ever seen in my life.
See, that's exactly. How did you know we said that?
I don't know.
Did your bookshelf
guy.
upgrade?
We got another one.
You got a hot toy there. What's it doing there?
I got. All right. It's a Michael Myers one that didn't fit in the thing anymore. But look, it goes up. There's
Oh,
heads up
there's
there.
more.
Yeah.
There's people in there.
And also, look, got a little reading nook recliner. Check this shit out.
Oh, every man, listen,
Can you go
everyone listen
sit
to this
there?
podcast. Every man in your house, you need a reading nook. It is
Yeah,
magnificent.
let's
It
see how it
changes your
looks.
life.
Let's see how it looks.
Oh my
Oh.
God, look at him.
Wow, are you wearing boots?
Wearing Uggs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
The most comfortable a man's ever been. I should just record the podcast from here.
Seriously,
This
just
is
look
what.
at him.
This is so comfortable.
I'm a little intimidated, but yeah, you sound sick, man. You should.
You do
shouldn't
look
be
like
here.
the. Yeah, why are you here, man? We didn't.
Well, I'm here now because you wanted me. I'm here.
Oh, yeah, you can leave now, though.
Nah, I want to stay.
Okay.
Oh, he wants to be here with us.
I'm not putting in
we
the
talked-
effort of plugging all this shit in just to say the Thunderbolts trailer is the best thing I've ever seen and then fuck
Just
off.
log out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked
okay.
about Thunderbolts, and
We
we
just
also
talked
talked
about-
about how Joker too. We
Yeah,
talked about Joker
we-
too
and
for
we
a long
It's
continue
the
on.
time.
We
biggest
talked about
piece of
Joker
dog
too.
shit.
It's next
Um,
week, dude.
I
Yeah,
know,
it's
I know, I know.
So-
Next week's podcast is going to be Joker 2 review.
It means I have to see it. I mean, I
Yeah.
have to see the
Harper,
movie.
I just said to
Joker
him as
2.
well that I thought yesterday, because I haven't bought my tickets yet, but I thought yesterday about telling you and JD to not see the movie and not telling Hunter so that when next week we recorded, he would be the only one that saw the movie and he wouldn't
Oh
know.
my gosh, that would have been brilliant.
But we have to see that movie.
No, you guys
Um,
have to.
We do
Yeah.
have to see it. I understand.
Yeah.
All right. So
The
the
law.
next bit of news that we have is
You
kind of
guys are still on news. That's it.
Bro,
It's all news this week. We have
How
we're on
early
for
am
20
I?
minutes.
Yeah, we've been recording.
Oh,
Yeah, you got a whole episode ahead of you.
Yo,
Buddy.
you can
I
leave
know.
if you want.
I might. We'll see.
All right.
Okay.
Mm.
He's just drinking
Oh,
vodka.
well, he's got something to say though. Yes, straight vodka.
I want to interject.
Here we go.
I have no idea where it is. Yes, I do.
Book talk.
I
This has
got
been our-
another
this has been our
gift
staple.
from Wayne, and he gave me this gift specifically for the podcast. It's a book about some of the weirdest comic books ever made. And
Oh.
he said, you know what you should do is every now and then bring it up on the podcast and be like, have a look at this weird ass comic. And I was like, okay, I'll give that a try. And genuinely, some of the shit in here is the most insane stuff I've ever seen. I just turned the first page and look at that one.
My friend,
Dom.
You
Like,
know, it's so funny you have that because I also had a comic that I found the other day that I wanted to send to you guys to get your reactions on the podcast. I'll send the cover in the chat right now. This is the cover to Detective Comics issue #1. Look at this. Yes, that. Look at this cover.
oh my goodness.
Oh, I've seen this. I've seen this cover, yeah.
Goodness gracious, man.
That's
Wow.
Detective Comics number.
Yeah.
That is.
That's horrible, man.
So that
Grab
character
that.
on that cover was in a new
That's-
Superman.
Yeah, that's Batman. That character's
That's Batman.
Fu Manchu.
Yeah, he's in
Yeah, that's
Superman
bad.
Rebirth.
Yeah, remember Egg Fu? Remember that character?
I remember Egg Foo, yeah.
Wow. When are we gonna get him in a movie? You know, with James Gunn at the helm, we're gonna
Oh, it's gonna
definitely get Egg
happen.
Fu in a movie.
Yeah.
Okay. Hunter,
Yes.
Hal Jordan.
Ah, I don't
Kyle
like it. I
Chandler,
get okay.
Hal Jordan.
It's fine. It's a fine casting, and I get. Oh, we want an old Hal Jordan, so then John Stewart could be young and pass the mantle. But why are you doing this for your Lantern story? Why? Yeah, you want an older actor, but why are you doing that?
He's
We're
so
gonna have an
mad.
old
Oh,
Batman,
you're
an
so mad right
older
now.
Green Lantern.
I like Kyle Chandler a lot.
No, I think it's a good choice too.
However,
I think. Oh,
I don't believe that this is it a TV show.
Yeah.
All right,
Oh, yeah,
I'm,
no,
I'm
it's-
up to. I don't believe that Lanterns will reach the heights of Chandler's
Child
career that
Chandler, yeah.
include
Godzilla.
Godzilla, King of the Monsters, Godzilla versus Kong, but not Godzilla X Kong. And I think he was in Band of Brothers, and I think he was good in that, or he wasn't in it.
And he
I'm gonna
wasn't good in
check.
it.
Wasn't he
I'm
in
gonna
Peter
check.
Jackson's King Kong as well?
I
I
hate
don't
that
think
movie.
so, man.
You do?
The King Kong 2005. I think that movie is dog shit, and I've thought that for a long time. Good CGI, I guess.
Good
Also,
CGI.
speaking of Andy Circus monkeys, my God, I just watched Dawn of the Planet of the Apes for the 50th time. It is the
Andy
best.
Circus monkeys. No one mentioned Andy Circus for monkeys.
Speaking of
Speaking of
Andy
it-
Circus,
monkeys.
oh, King Kong, yeah, he is King
Um,
Kong.
Yeah, he is King Kong, and yeah, it's so good. It's just
No.
no, dude. I
No.
watched it with my girlfriend and her mum, and I spent the first hour of Rise just like sitting like this, waiting for Draco Malfoy to
No.
swing that thing at Caesar and Caesar to grab it and say no. Tyler, you gave that movie a 5. You really did not like it.
What? Rise?
Rise, yeah.
Rise is good.
I think it's fine. I don't.
I
I,
look,
I think it's excellent.
I understand it in terms of James Franco screen time. I can see why you wouldn't. But
I
yeah,
know.
those movies
I
are
think it's
fucking
fine.
bonkers
You know,
good.
I hadn't seen it before I had seen the other two as a thing. So now I'm just like, oh, this is clearly
Oh
the
yeah,
worst
that's
of the
right.
three.
He watched it recently.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I I gave Dawn a 9 when I first saw it, and after literally 10 years, still a 9 out of 10 movie for me.
Yeah,
That
it's
movie's
Matt Reeves.
fucking
I think
bonkers good.
War is the best in the trilogy because
See,
Carnage is in it.
I I don't remember if my like feelings towards War are still warranted. I remember at the end of that movie being like, yeah, okay, like it felt a little bit, I don't know, it felt a little
Did you
bit
guys watch
lame
the?
how
You watched
they
the new
sort of
one?
wrote out. Sorry,
Did you write King? Did you watch Kingdom? You gonna watch Kingdom?
I'm gonna watch Kingdom. Yeah,
Kingdom's good.
yeah.
I like
Dude, when
Kingdom.
I
I
saw
think Kingdom's the
Kingdom,
weakest of them all, but I still think
no,
it's
when
good.
I saw Kingdom, I think I said this on the podcast.
Yeah, I think you did say this. It's so funny.
When I saw Kingdom, Harper, and I was in a big movie theater in Lincoln Square. It's one of the biggest in the world, and it was very early in the morning. And I walked out of it, and I genuinely thought to myself, that might have been the best movie I've ever seen.
It's like a solid 7 or 8.
It's like
Yeah,
a good. It's like a good
it's a
7.5.
good
But I was
You
so.
messaged me like, this might be the greatest thing I've seen in my life.
What?
I was just so into it. Was the thing, when like the movie just overtakes you, and it doesn't really matter how good it is. You're just in it.
Yeah,
That was me.
I know what you mean. I
It was
have
good.
this
I
fun
think it's
game
good.
with my girlfriend at the moment where like she always knows that whatever her review score is, mine is going to be like 2 points lower. So I was like, "What did you give Venom?" And she was like 7, and I was like, "You already know what I gave it." And she was like 5. I was like,
5.
"Yep." It was the
But
spot
that was
on
like
every single time.
I saw the TV Glow the other day, which I know you
Yeah.
love, Hunter, right? And I
The
watched it,
what,
and
sorry?
I saw the TV Glow.
Oh, yeah, it is good.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like it.
I watched it, and I was like, okay, I thought that was pretty good. And I looked over at her, and she was sobbing, and I was like, oh,
Oh.
maybe I didn't get it.
Oh, the ending's like emotional.
Yeah, I was like, oh, maybe I didn't fully get this movie.
I feel
Oh
like
God,
I've
you know what I did
real-
watch the other day though? I should mention this on the podcast. I fucking watched Morbius. I
Yeah.
Yeah, you
fucking
did.
watched Morbius with my
Finally.
friends. Yeah, I kind of walked out of it the same way I did Kingdom. Like, wow,
It was
what
kind
a
of the best movie
masterpiece.
you've ever seen. Yeah.
After Madam Web, it maybe wasn't so bad, honestly. It's just nothing happens.
I
in it.
haven't
At
It's
seen
least,
also-
Madam
yeah,
Web,
like
but
at least it's like an action movie. Like
I
there's
also
that part
think
where he
that
bamfs
Yeah.
in the tunnels.
yes.
do you like
You
the
would
part
love
where he goes on the bus or the girl goes on the bus and he happens to be on there
Yeah, he's like, hey,
in
it's me,
Mexico?
Morbius.
Yeah. Or when he jumps to the top of the roof of like the parkade and the police arrive at the same time as
Yeah,
him.
I do think though that the post-credit scene, they might be the worst scenes in movies ever.
Yeah,
Intriguing.
yeah, intriguing.
Intriguing is the fun.
Yeah.
Just watching it in the full context of a movie, it was so funny, man.
Definitely the
I've
worst
noticed-
scene in the movie.
I've noticed that I have I don't know if it's a real bad knack, but it's like a thing that I've just always had where I watch a movie and I get to the end of it and I go, you know
That's
what?
it. Where I watch a movie and I
Yeah,
get to the end of it.
I get to the end of it. Yeah, I really like it. And like, if you asked me in that moment, I wouldn't say like, these are my list of flaws. These are my list of positives. This is what I think, blah, blah, blah. But I'll watch a movie, have almost no problem with it. Go, that was great. 7 out of 10 for like no real
No, I do
justifiable
that too.
reason.
Honestly, I do that
Like,
too. You gotta set a baseline because the thing is, I think I genuinely do enjoy most movies I watch,
I
but
do
I
too.
can't say that
you
they're
are a
all
more
nines
forgiving
and
human
tens.
being, I think.
I'm a
You're
what?
more you're a more
I thought you said I was a
forgiving human being.
Morbius human being at first.
Yeah, you
Maybe.
might be.
I am. Anyway, Kyle Rayner,
But,
not Kyle
Tyler and
Rayner,
I.
Kyle Chandler, Hal
Kyle
Jordan.
Chandler.
Wait,
Oh,
Tyler,
that's
you're
cool.
bald. What? I
I
just
am
noticed
bald.
that.
You just noticed that? I told you they took it all. They're eating
I
the
was gonna
dogs, the
say,
cats, and my hair.
you look fresh, man. You look fresh.
It's
I got a
weird.
haircut too.
It doesn't
Happy
matter. Who
haircut
cares? Shut
day.
the fuck up.
Oh, ow.
It's weird. It's weird. I got a round head, it turns out.
Yeah.
Better than a
Oh,
square head.
I guess so.
You could have been
Um,
like Steve in Minecraft.
Stop it. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
my name Steve.
Hunter, I understand everything you're saying about this Hal Jordan casting, but I think that I don't really care if they don't
Yeah,
go all
that's
the way
fair.
with Hal Jordan. I
That's
think they could
okay.
even do Parallax Hal Jordan, and that would be cool.
They
Um,
could.
because clearly the guy for this franchise is going to be Jon Stewart, and I'm fine with that as well.
It's just, I don't know. I like the Four Horsemen, and it's weird that we have Hal's a senior citizen.
we still
I'm overreacting. Guy is a senior citizen, and John is going to be like 15.
15
So,
years old, yeah, and maybe
and
if
Kyle
we
just
even
probably
get
won't
Kyle.
exist.
Yeah. We do have some rumored how
John.
Jon Stewart castings. We have Aaron Pierre, who was in that movie, the Netflix movie recently, Rebel Ridge. And he's good.
I didn't
That
watch
movie,
it.
honestly, if you check that movie out, which I didn't finish it, but it is a good enough movie.
What is it? If you didn't finish
It's a Netflix movie, man. What do you want from me?
The only movie that you started to finish was the like Western movie.
Horizon, yeah.
Yeah, Horizon.
But he does feel like in that movie he's a dead ringer for Jon Stewart. He's like a military guy, he's super serious, whatever, he's cool. And the other one is Stephen James, who I've never actually heard of this guy before, but I'm looking him up right now. He's 30. He's from Toronto.
Oh, so he's Canadian. Okay.
Yeah, which is
Don't like that.
yeah, yuck. But but he seems cool. I guess I've never really seen him in anything.
All right.
But yeah, that's the
All
Green
right.
Lantern casting.
Yeah, I'm a hater.
Yeah, I think that the show will be cool.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm so
I
excited.
think I love the idea of it being like a true detective mystery kind of deal. I just hope it's good.
Yeah, and it just feels like they're gonna kill Hal off. That's what it feels like to me.
Yeah, and if they do, make it good. I'm at that point.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Oh my god.
But they're gonna
What?
give like John Hal's Rogue Gallery. Like Hal and Sinestro aren't gonna be a thing. It's gonna be John and Sinestro.
But why? But where do you think that? Like, how are you getting that idea? Like, why
I'm friends with James.
Oh, okay.
I used to go to his parties.
That's a
Ain't no
bad
party
look,
like a
man.
gun party.
Yeah. He's about to go down like
I,
Diddy.
I think I'm falling apart here because you said I think they'll kill Hal, and I went, isn't that Superman's name? Kal-El, kill Hal. I'm fucking.
Kal-El.
It's like my mind is
Kal-El,
constantly
no.
jokes where there's no jokes. Fucking hell.
No, but I think they could cast Sinestro in this show.
I hope he's just not a John Stewart
here's what
character.
I bet they'll cast Sinestro, and him and Hal will already be past their rivalry, and maybe they'll be like old friends, then rivals, and they're at a point now where they're like kind of buddies.
Then you're just skipping so much.
Why are we
Okay.
starting this new universe by doing the Zack
the end.
Snyder thing where it's like everyone's old?
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
except
it's
for
just
Superman.
yeah, except for Superman.
Yeah.
But maybe I don't know. I don't know. I just need Superman. That's all I care about. I don't care about the rest of it. Just give me Superman.
Because James is just like, okay, we can't have Henry Cavill because we need someone that's born in like the 80s to the 90s to play Superman. But for Hal Jordan and Batman, let's get a guy from like the born in the 30s. I want him to
I
have
think just
experienced World War II,
in the
and then he could play superhero now. It's like,
and then he could be the president.
like it still bothers me that they're doing Damian Wayne.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me. I don't know why. I just don't.
We're never
care.
gonna get live action Super Sons ever.
I just need all I care about. All I care about at the end of the day is Batman and Superman teaming up in a movie and being friends, and that's literally it.
Now you
So
got that one scene in Justice League. So.
That we did get that one scene. I bought the bank. Yay, good job. But I think that's all I care about. I don't need a Justice League movie. I don't need them to fight Darkseid and
like
for
that
Batman to do
scene.
the big sacrifice.
I do too.
You know, no, it is a
I
good
like
scene.
that
It's a good
scene.
scene.
It is a good
I
scene.
don't.
It is good.
Not like you.
I think we all enjoyed like the Snyder Cut, except for
Yeah, no, I was thinking
JD.
about it recently.
Yeah.
It is a good movie.
Mhm.
So I guess keeping with the DCU news, we have this weird report yesterday that they're making a movie where Bane and Deathstroke are going to team up.
You know why?
What's that about? Now, here's what I read. It does.
Like,
It says,
okay,
I'm going to find the article, but it said that Bane and Deathstroke will be in the movie, but it's not necessarily clear if they're it or they're the leads. And what that could mean to me is that Bane and Deathstroke are going to be characters in a new Suicide Squad movie or like a Secret Six type of thing.
okay.
I have a hot take regarding Bane.
Here we go. Hot takes
Tom
up
Hardy
the
or
wazoo.
bust.
You know I agree with that.
Yeah, I know you agree with
I
that.
listened to last week's podcast. I wasn't on it, but you guys talked about Bane for like 20 minutes.
I love him.
I-
I love him.
I've
I
come
love
to
him.
maybe the conclusion
You
that
What?
I've come to the conclusion that Tom Hardy might be the best actor of all time. I'm so serious.
You know what? At least
I'm
they're
so-
doing voices and shit. They never
think
let
he
him do
broke
his
my
regular
foot.
voice.
Yeah, like I love him. I think he might be the best.
survivors.
I saw something. I saw a movie recently. I can't remember what, but it was the Venom 3 trailer where he like Venom like is a gambler and he's just in the casino like going and Tom Hardy's just
Yeah,
like smiling,
yes.
awkwardly looking around. And Venom like kicks him and he just goes, I think you broke my foot. He like looks around.
We were watching. Vicky wanted to watch the Fury Road behind the scenes. I was telling you guys this in the chat,
Yeah.
and it cuts to Tom Hardy like just goofing around and like talking about this character, and she turns to me and she goes, "Oh, he's literally Eddie. Like that's just who he
He's
is. Like
literally Eddie.
naturally, he's Eddie."
Did you also think like, wow, he should really play a superhero someday?
Oh my God, it was the dumbest. Yeah, I had the biggest brain lapse ever. We're watching like Tom Hardy talk in these interviews, and I'm just like, in my head, I just like, I can't believe Tom Hardy hasn't been cast as like a superhero or a Marvel character. And genuinely, like
comic
two
character?
2 minutes went by, and I just went,
You like just watched them.
yeah, I just watched it. The man has a trilogy and a cameo in like the biggest Marvel movie of the last 4 years.
He's playing the
Yeah.
biggest Marvel character of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
my
that's what they say in
God.
the descriptions. It always says that of Marvel's most complex character, Venom. I
What?
found this article, by the way. It says about the Bane Deathstroke movie. Exact plot details are still uncertain, and sources also stress that the two characters would be in the movie, but it's unclear if they would be central figures of the project. I would watch a movie where they team up and there's like League of Assassins shit. I would watch that all day. That sounds awesome. And I
The
love
weird team
Bane.
up to me, like Deathstroke
Weird. It
and
definitely is a
Bane.
weird team up, but I love
would-
Bane, and I'll watch a Bane movie. I don't care. You know?
I would watch it only if the plot wasn't the villains team up, but they're actually doing a good thing.
Yeah.
I don't want any more
Well,
villains doing good. Make them do bad.
yes.
Would
like
you guys
Venom.
be okay if they cast a Joe Manganiello as Deathstroke again?
Sure? I guess. Right?
Sure,
Like,
yeah, I have no
yeah. Why
problem.
not?
I,
Gotta
he,
let him
I
do
like
something,
honestly, I
guess.
like Joe. He seems like a cool dude.
He
He
is- he
seems
does
like a
seem
pretty
really
cool
cool.
guy.
Yeah.
But because I'm thinking like in this Batman movie we're gonna get the Brave and the Bold, assuming we're gonna get Talia and Raish and stuff like that because we're getting Damien, right? And I would like to see more of that world in other things. I like the idea of the League of Assassins not just staying in the Batman sphere, because like I like the idea that Ra's al Ghul deserves to be like a bigger villain in the universe. Like I like Tower of Babel where he becomes a Justice League villain. Like I like that he's a Batman villain, but I think that character is really neat, and I think he could be more. I also think the same thing of Bane. So
Who would you
maybe
cast as Ra's al Ghul?
Joe Manganiello.
I'd go Liam Neeson personally.
Oh, really? Joe, what about both of them? Maybe Liam Neeson goes into the Lazarus pit, comes out as Joe Manganiello.
I would love that. Is this a coffee? Thank you. Oh, and a mandarin.
What if the end credit scene for like Brave and the Bold is like you hear like violin music and then it's like Raj al Ghul going on top of like a boat to meet Lex Luthor? It's like it's the Justice League end credit scene, but it's Joe Manganiello but wearing like robes.
I showed them.
That's awesome.
Nice.
I think I don't know. I like the idea
I've been
of it.
provided with vitamins and a mandarin.
Look at you. Do you think
that's your one meal for the week?
Yeah, that's how I lose weight.
Would you watch?
Oh my God, Tyler, that Fat Harper shower edit is not okay. Did you show the podcast?
Yes, that's how we started.
We started showing it.
We also said that if you looked any different when you joined the podcast at CGI, so you gotta get CGI on you right now.
Look at the like the shift between.
We know what the real picture is.
It looks like those pictures of the dogs that eat a bee.
Or it's like I took a picture every day for a year.
It's like my Australian ate a bee.
What I was gonna say real quick is, would you watch a Legion of Doom movie?
Of course, yeah. I was excited when they were doing that in the DCEU.
Do you think? Yeah, no, me too. Do you think this could be that?
No.
No. Flat out, no.
Because James said no, Justice League isn't going to be formed for a long time.
Did he say?
So I don't see why they're already getting ready for a Legion of Doom.
When did he say that though? I feel like I never heard him say that.
He's always online. He said 100 things, and he did say they don't have plans for Justice League yet, but they will form eventually.
That sounds like nonsense, though. There's no way they don't.
No, they will. They will. I was just saying, like, he's not rushing it.
That's so
I thought you're saying it sounds like nonsense in general. Your Justice League isn't gonna happen.
No, they're not making Justice League, so who cares? No, I don't know.
I just don't see them planning Legion of Doom before you even have a Flash actor or a Wonder Woman.
I mean, I don't know.
You say that, but they're starting the universe with Creature Commandos. So.
And Supergirl. Yeah, that's true. And they're making a Teen Titans movie too. They said no.
Apparently, yeah.
God,
I'm like, the universe hasn't started yet, and I have a lot of hope, but I also am being very critical.
I just want Superman, like I said,
and
suck. I just wanted Rob.
Okay, 5 years after it starts, like 5 years after December, because Creature Commando starts, do you think it'll be worse than the DCEU?
No, there's no way. There's just no way is the thing.
Hunter, you have 2 jobs now, don't you?
Yeah.
Because you owe me $50.
I do? For what?
Batman and Penguin, assuming they're not
lying.
Whoa.
We're going to wait till the show ends, and then we'll talk.
Will you honor it, though? If he doesn't show up, will you honor the bet?
Yes, I will honor it, but when the show ends, though. Because they said no, but I'm going to hold that. End credit scenes count, so I'm going to...
You know, one of the happiest things in my life, Hunter, is seeing you earn enough money to waste it on collectibles.
Yeah, right?
The fact that you have the money to be able to do that, a man that was living paycheck to paycheck, that does make me happy.
Yeah, I'm no longer living paycheck to paycheck. Did you watch Penguin, Harper?
No, I didn't even read Ultimate Spider-Man, even though I sent that photo.
Okay, cool. For those who did see Penguin, if I don't end up giving him the money, I'm gonna end up in the chair that Penguin's in near the end of the episode.
Saw that. I saw that
in
big naked butt. Yeah.
Yeah, so funny, man. Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
Yeah, we'll get to it. Yeah.
There's a big week for naked superheroes.
Yeah, big couple weeks, yeah.
Big couple weeks, yeah.
All right. How about we talk about the fact you have this written down, Hunter. They gave Batman a star in the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and they just got some cosplayer to show up and be like, "I'm Batman. It's me. I'm Batman. This is great. This is my star."
I found that news out because of a meme where it was the Amazon cart, and it was like an $80 Dark Knight Joker costume and a $70 crowbar, and it just said, "Not if I have anything to say about it." And that was how I found that out. That's weird. That
Yeah,
is a
they
I
weird
just
think
had,
they
like,
could
a-
have gotten any actor that ever played him.
They had the voice actors there.
Get
The
get
voice
get
actors
Christian
though.
They had
Bale.
like
Get
3
get
voice
get
Yeah,
Michael
actors.
get
Keaton
Christian
at
Bale.
least,
Michael
man.
Keaton will show up for anything.
Yes,
Yeah,
he
Troy
will.
Baker. He
Get
actually will. Yeah.
get a writer. Get
Scott
Tom King
Snyder.
there or something. I don't know. You know what I mean? It's just Jim Lee going, we invented Batman. Batman's pretty sick. Look at this. We got a star, and here's a cosplayer. Like, if you're this is the first superhero character to get a walk on the Hall of on the a star on the Walk of Fame, which let's also be clear is bullshit and also stupid because
Mhm.
he's a
It's fair,
fictional
fair.
character.
That too, yeah.
But if you're gonna do it, put some pizzazz in it. You know what I mean? Like if Marvel put Spider-Man on the Walk of Fame, I bet they would at least get Toby. You know,
You get the three of them. They get the because
Yeah.
they've
Yeah.
just done the movie together.
you know.
Tyler, do you know the story about the Jack Kirby Halloween costume Spider-Man thing? I feel like you would.
No.
I was watching a video on it the other day. It was about how like Jack Kirby might have actually secretly created Spider-Man before Ditko and Lee.
He would have said that, wouldn't he?
He would have said that, but it was because he had like a treatment for a character like 6 years before
Yeah. Well, he has a
Ditko
lot
and
of
Lee
those. Yeah.
did it.
Oh, but is he
Called
like the
Spider-Man. But like it looks as though Jack Kirby stole it from like a famous Halloween shop in New York that had created like an ambiguous Spider-Man costume that had like a web pattern and a spider on the chest. It was great. I should find sources before I make it up. What's your source, Eddie?
before I make it up?
No, it was from a YouTube video, but
I kind of have seen this. It's I guess I could buy it. Kirby.
It
Now
doesn't
I'm starting to
really matter,
realize as you
does it?
look more into things, Kirby might have been the guy that actually made everything at all in the first place, like maybe even like Earth in general. And so we might, I if he made Spider-Man, I believe it.
It was this, like the one,
Yeah, I did.
obviously the one that isn't Spider-Man. That was the Halloween costume that was in a
Oh, that is
store in the
pretty
50s.
close.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah,
But I mean, as far as that being the design versus like that, the design that Jack Kirby drew versus the character that Ditko and Lee came up with, like, you know,
Yeah,
it
you
wouldn't
still
have
have
been the
it's
same
the
thing at all.
design is different from the character. It's just part of it, yeah. So makes sense.
Yeah, it's funny. I sent that quote I read yesterday where it's an old magazine from 1964, but it's Stan Lee saying that when Jack and I do Fantastic Four issues, sometimes I'll call him up and give him a simple sentence like, I want Doom in this issue. Or sometimes he'll tell me. A lot of the times I just let him do his own thing and he comes back and I
Yeah.
just write the words. Like he would have never said that later in his life. He is
No.
fucked that that's out there. Jack Kirby made every issue of Fantastic Four by himself. I love that.
I mean,
love that
they're
exists.
gone now, so it's fine.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
whatever.
Hunter
We could
killed
pit them
them
against
both.
each other.
I did.
Yes, you did.
Mhm. Only one of them, but I won't reveal who because I gotta keep my secrets.
and I killed the other one.
Yeah, but who killed who?
I killed Ditko.
Oh my god,
What?
Oscars. Hugh Jackman. The Marvel wants Hugh Jackman to get an Oscar for Deadpool.
not gonna happen.
They're just
Imagine
gonna
it did, though.
continuously show that scene of him in the car. So over
Yeah,
It's
and
one
over.
of
it.
God's best jokes that you can't die except it's on all of us.
It is a
scene.
good. It is a good.
It's a great
scene,
scene.
but like,
It's a great
like,
scene.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's-
Imagine he did win the Oscar though. Imagine best supporting actor Hugh Jackman as Wolverine
that would be pretty. That would be pretty fucking good.
and Ryan Reynolds as
That would be
Deadpool.
funny for sure. It's like that.
Funko's leaked Agatha.
Oh
It
yeah,
is
this
interesting.
is
You heard about this,
interesting.
Hunter?
Yeah,
Harper.
Yeah,
rather?
yeah.
God damn, I don't do that a lot.
I didn't hear about.
Um,
it is
I am
actually
intrigued.
interesting. Yeah,
You know,
Spoiler: if
the-
anyone's
the
watching
thing-
Agatha all along,
The thing with Agatha is it's giving me the same exact feeling that
giving.
WandaVision did, where
that's
I'm
probably a
like,
good
oh,
thing.
maybe it's actually going to be a big deal that affects the universe, and maybe it won't. You know what I mean?
pretty major
You know-
characters in it.
you know what you forget a lot of the times is that WandaVision was so insanely popular with people that don't watch Marvel stuff normally. Because yesterday I asked
but
my girlfriend, we
thought
were
it was going to be
sitting
a
down.
big thing.
Yes, we were, and I was like, all right, dealer's choice. We could watch the first episode of Penguin or we could watch Agatha. And she goes, Agatha, easy Agatha. And I went, are you sure that you really want to choose Agatha over the Penguin? And she was like,
Yeah,
I loved WandaVision. Why would I not want to watch Agatha? And I was like, yeah, I forget. I forget that everyone, loved WandaVision and that Agatha was a popular character in it. and
We're
that
just
and that
haters.
yeah, and that I'm the only one that cares that Agatha's a corpse in the comics and not an actual character.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually matter, and the show is fine. Show's fine, right? Anyway, Aubrey Plaza's character in a Funko Pop,
Spoiler.
spoilers,
But yes,
is labeled as Death.
Oh.
so she's Lady
Yes.
Death. Yeah,
Oh.
that's
Which-
pretty
Okay.
interesting.
I
Yeah.
understand.
That is
Thanos.
interesting. Yeah, that's really good. She can tie in with that character whose story they told 5 years ago and who is dead.
Completely differently. Yeah.
Yeah.
Iron Man. Yeah.
No.
That is, what's hilarious? What's awesome? Here's some hot Marvel lore that is gonna change everything about the way you understand the character of Thanos. In
Is it the
Secret
Venom
Wars,
hand?
it is not the Venom hand. It actually does have to do with
Oh.
the Beyonders, though. The Beyonder in Secret Wars 2 comes to Earth and he takes over everything in creation, and all of the gods.
I've read this.
All of the gods show up, like Galactus, but then Eternity and all the cosmic forces show up, and then the Beyonder kills Death because this guy, I forget his name, it might just be like Steve or something, like a regular human.
My name
tells
is
the Beyond
Steve.
the regular human tells the Beyonder to kill Death. Death is like, hey man, I'm a very serious thing. You can't kill me. So stupid.
That's just fucking out.
It's so good.
The Beyonder, Steve tells the Beyonder, fuck Death, fuck that bitch,
Jack Black.
kill her. He says, kill Death. And
I
so
almost spat my coffee, Hunter. I took one sip and then I imagined it.
but Beyonder does it and then realizes, oh my God, what a mistake I've made. And then he turns Steve into Death. So Death from now on, from that point in the Marvel universe, is this fucking guy. And she might look like a sexy lady or something, but it's actually just this dude that the Beyonder turned into Death. And that's who Thanos is in love with. I love that. That's canon.
Oh my god.
Anyway, that's Aubrey Plaza.
Hunter, did you hear any of what he said?
I kept thinking Jack
I
Black.
didn't. I did.
It doesn't matter.
The audience probably
Read
did.
Secret Wars 2 or
Oh
don't.
my
Really
God, I'm
don't.
so
God,
sorry.
Minecraft released a clip of that movie today. I watched it nine
watched it too.
times.
No, I actually did.
No.
I did too. I screen recorded it as well. I was gonna send it in the chat. I don't know why I did.
I'm gonna watch it right now.
It's a crap. I'll send it to you.
What's the movie called?
It's a crafting table.
It's called
Oh,
a
hell yes,
Minecraft
it's
movie.
Steve.
Yeah, it looks like dog shit. But we're gonna see it. We're
Day
gonna
one.
Day one.
God.
It's God, do we have to talk about the Minecraft
This
movie?
is a crafting
No,
table.
we don't. Harper's
All right,
like,
well,
we're
Harper's-
Harper's in a mirror.
Oh, that was actually kind of sick.
Yeah, he's into it.
Sweet Blade.
Next bit of news.
Next bit of news. Hunter,
Mhm.
run it down. Sonic XDC. This is the best day of your life?
The day it releases will be, yeah. Yeah,
What is
I think it actually will be. So yeah, this was we knew about this a little bit earlier because we got a little bit of an inside scoop from Jim Lee. But Sonic is crossing over with DC for whatever reason, but it's bigger than we thought. It's going to be a comic book series. It's going to start off with 5 issues going over each. It's going to focus on different characters for each 5 issues. It is about
Harper looks
the
like he
Sonic
died.
characters
You're
being.
looking down like looked like you
I
died.
think, yeah, sorry. I'm back.
Did you just witness Minecraft?
Godzilla and Charles Barkley.
It's a commercial back in the
It is a
90s.
commercial that they turned into a comic book. They're big ass women down in San Antonio. Tyler, get that reference?
Yeah.
Tyler, oh, thank God. Hunter doesn't.
Sonic.
No, I don't. So
Sonic
just
DC.
Sonic
Justice
DC.
League.
It's gonna have the Sonic characters being DC heroes. So like Sonic is gonna be the Flash, Knuckles is Superman, Shadow's Batman, Amy is Wonder Woman, Silver's Green Lantern, etc., etc. But that's not it. After the 5 issues, they said it's gonna continue into other series and more. They said up until 2027.
2027.
Because they said it'll go till the end of 2026 and maybe beyond, depending on how it goes.
Yeah,
like
I
how
know we
successful
know
it
it's
is.
it is gonna last 2025 and 2026, which is
Mhm.
insanity.
Yeah, I don't know why. The clip that they released was a clip of like Shadow just killing someone dressed as Batman.
Yeah.
So
He said,
people
"This
are
it's a crafting table." It's fucking sick.
Blade.
but people are there's rumors that they are making an animated movie or an animated series that's DC and
That makes a lot more sense to me than a
Mhm.
comic book
Than a
that
comic
lasts
book
2
series.
years. Yeah.
The comic, there's no artist
Or a video game.
confirmed yet, but Ian Flynn will be writing the first series that they said, which is the
Ian
writer of the
Fleming?
IDW.
Yeah, no,
Ian Flynn.
yeah, bro.
He writes the
Got some big
IDW
name,
Sonic
yeah.
books.
Arm yourself,
So
because no one else here will save you.
it looks like we could get like Tom King writing Eggman. Like we're one step
Oh
closer.
my god, yeah, we're actually as
Oh my
close as we've ever
God.
been to getting that.
This is the closer we've been to
Tom
writing
King.
What
Eggman.
if it was what if
You're
they
all egg, man.
what if it wasn't
we
Ian
got it.
Flynn? But what if they had said like Ken Penders is coming back?
I would
Oh.
Right, in Sonic and DC.
I wouldn't be on this podcast.
And
I'd
it's
be in
canon and he gets to
jail.
do whatever he wants.
Oh no.
Hunter
Oh,
just said he
no.
would kill him. Tyler, you missed that.
Yeah, I would.
He just said he'd be in jail. He was implying that he would kill Ken Penders.
I didn't say
Someone
it. But,
should though, right?
Oh my god. No,
Just
no.
from everything we've heard. What are you doing? You're the one that told us about all the nonsense he's put
He
into the
told
world.
us he's a kendophile or a pendophile or whatever, whichever one. you wanna
Yeah,
call
and
it.
he,
He's
he
a
made
weirdo.
he
And he
made
loved-
Nazis as JD called Nazi Sonic.
Yeah, no, Sonic Hitler.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Sonic Hitler.
So,
So, but yeah, now it's real. It's happening, and I don't know. It's pretty surreal. So
Must be. I like it genuinely though.
yeah, like I mean, we get crossovers all the time with like Predator and Alien and Predator again, but now we're
Yeah.
getting like
and if we get Ken Penders back, we'll have Predator for a third time.
Yeah, we would.
Hey!
We would.
Well, that would be with the Sonic. Yeah, Aliens versus Predators. Aliens
yeah,
written by
but
Predators.
That's
Ken
very
Penders will come in and be like, "All right, we have evil Sonic comes back, right? Wonder Woman goes to sleep." Like I don't
Oh,
know.
no.
Yeah. So
In fact, I'm kicking you off the podcast. No.
no, it's bad.
Yeah, I will not read it. I don't think, but I think it is crazy, and they'll definitely release like plushies of like Shadow as Batman and stuff. You know,
Yeah,
You gonna get that?
they're already releasing T-shirts.
you gonna get that?
I'll show you guys my clown.
Is that you?
That's me.
Made-
in
made
the
a
Is that like
Make
a
up
makeup.
yourself.
small version of you?
It's me.
The balloon is really cool.
It is cool. Did you like the
Is it
photo I
like
took where he was staring through the balloon?
Yes, it was very well done.
Okay, cool. I just want to know.
Does it taste like anything?
Imagine
Do
my
it.
jaw unhinged like
Like-
this.
Yeah, you have
There's
the
a bunch
teeth
of
on the
lights in it.
side.
There's a bunch of lights.
You see the dead
Aw.
lights. That was almost wish.
Oh, that's fucking stupid.
Um,
Hunter said that someone wanted us to talk about Transformers 1.
Yeah, so someone's like, "You guys better apologize because it would ended up being good, and you said on the podcast it'd be bad."
Yeah.
Hi, I said it would be bad. I still haven't seen it because I really
I said it
don't
would be
care
bad. I
that
saw
much.
it. It was good. I thought it was a good movie. I thought it was a good movie that actually becomes really great at the end. I thought.
I think I will watch it. I was gonna
I,
actually see
I
it
actually
tomorrow.
think I'll watch it too. I'm kind of. I told you that one clip that I saw, the transforming joke
yeah.
sold me. It was
It's the
so
very
funny.
beginning, though.
It is funny as fuck.
Yeah,
though.
it is
That
funny.
I hear the
hard
movie
cut
is
to him
funny.
running away is good shit.
It is funny. No, it's a good movie. It's Chris Hemsworth. Honestly, I was not buying him as Optimus when they announced it, but like, he's very good as Optimus, and same with Brian Tyree Henry. He's really good as Megatron. Megatron is excellent in the movie. He is
You have the
very
spark
good.
in you, Miles, and it's amazing.
He
Yeah,
actually.
I-
Someone does
I-
tell Optimus. I think it's Scarlett Johansson. She does say, "You don't have the touch or the power," and I went, "Oh,
Oh, no.
reference, reference."
You got the power.
Yeah.
That is a good reference. I said to a friend of mine when I said Brian Tyler Henry was playing Megatron, he went, "Who is that?" And I went, "Okay, he's the conspiracy
Fastos.
theorist from Godzilla versus
Yeah.
Kong." And he went, "Ugh." And then I went, "But he's Miles Morales' dad." And he went, "Oh, okay."
Oh.
An immediate
he's
juxtaposition.
the gay one from Eternals. He's that one too.
Oh,
I mean,
He's the
he's
one that
gay
built the
one.
nuke.
Yeah, he did invent
Oh
the
my god, oh my god, Phasmos,
Fastos. Fatso. How
Fastos?
dare you? Why would you call him that?
Have you guys seen the
Uh,
behind the scenes of Spider-Verse with him recording dialogue?
Yeah.
He's
This
like
is the new eternal Fatso.
Oh no.
He's like
Fat Sector and
completely
Fatso.
still, and he looks like he doesn't want to move at all. He's recording the scene when he talks to Miles about Uncle Aaron's death from behind the door.
Yeah.
It's like such an emotional scene. He's just like, "You have the spark in your mouth, and it's amazing." It looks like he's afraid that if he moves, like the mic will catch like his muscles moving or something.
He's also in what's that movie? What's that movie on the train? Train heist, big train.
Oh,
fast
Bullet
train,
big,
speed
Train.
train.
Bullet
Bullet
Train.
Train. There we
He
go.
plays Tangerine, or
No, I think he's Lemon. I think he's
it might be
Lemon.
Lemon. Yeah, you might be Lemon.
That movie's mid, I think, but
It's very mid. I don't
he's
like it.
good in it. He's
People
good
are
in it.
obsessed with it for
People are
no
obsessed with it.
reason.
I think
Do
it's
you
kind of
want
bad.
to? I can add this to the news. It doesn't really matter. It's the Wild West here. Do you want to talk about that ballerina trailer?
Oh my god, yeah, fuck. Yeah, I do. I do.
Right.
Just happened.
Because this movie has been in like absolute production hell,
Yeah,
allegedly.
I
Like
remember
I
they
thought
are
it filmed
years
like
ago.
3 years ago,
yeah,
4 years
they've
ago.
been struggling to put it together. And I have, I think, been excited with a lot of trepidation because I like the idea of doing a John Wick spin-off that doesn't really fuck with anything in the universe, but seems to be
I had to
pretty
write it down
faithful.
so I
And
can
then this
cross it out.
trailer came out and it looked really fucking good.
Yes, it does.
And I'm really keen on it to see Sharon alive. I mean, not alive, but like to see him again, considering the actor's passed away now.
Mhm.
Lance Reddick. I was like, I felt things. I was like, oh, that's so
Which
nice.
just shows how
didn't-
long this
Winston
has been in
Like
production.
it felt
Yeah.
like
I didn't
I
even know that.
disagree.
What were you gonna
Sorry,
say?
you get Tyler. We both
Okay.
just
Guys,
we
come
both
on.
All right, I'll go.
both
I was just
too
gonna say I
chivalrous.
didn't know he was gonna John Wick was actually gonna be in the movie.
I did.
That
They
kind
said
of
it
blew my
ages
mind.
ago.
I don't. I didn't. I didn't know.
I think it was their lead. It was like their lead selling point for the movie. They went, oh, and Keanu's going to return as John Wick, so like people would see it. I think he'll be in, like 2 scenes max,
Yeah.
and they're
When
putting
does
him in
this
this
take
trailer.
place?
This takes place between 3 and 4, so there's a 6-month gap after he gets shot off the roof when he's working
Mhm.
with the Bowery King, and so in that 6 months, this takes place, which is great because it doesn't affect anything.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
And
It's just out there doing shit.
they already set up the ballerinas and everything in like the
Ballerinas
second
too,
movie.
yeah, and the Ruska Roma. It's good. It
Mhm.
is. It's good stuff. I'm hyped. I disagree personally with Tyler. Tyler, you said like they should do 5, but like not have Wick involved. I don't like. I don't think
Well, I
there's
don't
any
think it.
point.
What I mean by
I
that
think
is
John
I
Wick
don't.
is alive still too.
I think he very well
Yeah,
could be.
sure.
I don't.
No, but I
they
don't
imply
mean.
it as much as they do his death. Like
Yeah.
there's
Mhm.
equal
It's up in the
argument.
air,
I
yeah.
think just
yeah,
make.
which I
I don't
love.
mean that movie needs to be John Wick 5. I just mean make that movie
Do it more in
from
the
the
universe is
world
what you
of
want.
John Wick.
John Wick. Okay.
The
That's
universe.
yes.
I would be
Donnie,
okay if
whatever,
they
you know?
just steal that TV show with Mel Gibson, the Continental TV show. And because that wasn't done by the creators of John Wick, it was like its own fucking it was
I
the
thought,
agents of Shield of the John
yeah,
Wick
yeah.
universe. I think they should just do from the world of John Wick, the Continental, and just include a bunch of characters in the universe, and that be the hub. Have Anna de Armas's character show up
Yeah.
in that movie. You know, have
Mhm.
Winston
And
in that
also,
movie.
yeah, I
If
think
you
it's
want to
great.
have Wick in it for a scene to be like he's alive, do it in that. But don't do
Yeah,
John Wick
implied.
Chapter 5. I think.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't care.
You can do it on the other
Uh,
characters. Like Nobody was cool in the fourth one, and
Yeah.
That's cool. Yep.
so you can do other assassins essentially.
And I like
Yes.
her in because I like her getting one of these action movies. It looks really slick. It's really good.
Yeah, it
Um,
does. Yeah,
Like she's so good in No Time to Die for the one
she
scene that
is
she's
good
in there.
for that
but
one
she's-
scene. Yeah,
but she's
it's like that one
so
scene was
good.
her audition for this movie.
No, legit though. Like, there's that shot. I love that shot in that movie where it's like it's from the angle down, and she's at the bottom, and there's 2 guys like this, and it looks like a clock, and then she hits a boom, boom, and it's just
Oh,
it
that
is just
cool.
a sick shot. Look it up. Good movie. Watch the movie.
That
Watch
is a
all
good
5
movie.
of those movies. There's our quick James Bond little thing right there.
So you could check that off the list.
Yep.
And also, if they
yeah.
want to bring, if they do want to say John Wick's dead, I mean, we're in the multiverse saga, so you can say like another universe John Wick comes in. And
It's
so, like, it
John
worked, it
Wick.
worked for Wolverine and Deadpool
Yeah,
and
evil
Wolverine. So
John
you could
Wick.
just,
We get the Doctor Doom version of John Wick. Yeah.
My God,
you have him come in and be
it's
like,
just John Wick, but he's got the multiverse of madness third eye on his fucking
Yeah.
forehead.
but it's still Keanu Reeves.
He's got a pizza ball.
And
Oh,
he
And
could be
he's
like
mad
he's
about
like
it.
maybe they find him in a bar or something. He's just like the X-Men are dead.
Yeah.
oh my god!
Get out of here, bub.
Wow,
Um.
wow.
All right. Which
Does the
which
multiverse
should we
suck?
talk about first? Ultimate
Why-
Spider-Man or the Penguin?
Penguin.
Penguin.
Oh, I got it. I got it. It's literally it. I could not stop. Okay, is this bad that I couldn't stop thinking
No!
about
Oh, I
JD?
thought you said, is it bad? Oh, is it bad? You couldn't stop. Yeah.
He sounds like JD.
I don't think he sounds like JD.
JD's the only guy.
I
You
think he
live in New
sounds
York,
like
so
how
you
you
hear him
imagine.
everywhere.
Yo, yes, this is like every person I've ever known in my entire life is Oscobb.
Like I
Oswald
don't.
Cobb.
When I hear you, Tyler, you don't sound like you have a New York accent.
Mhm.
JD does have a New York accent.
He's
So
got an
hearing
Italian, yeah.
the Italian New York accent. So
Yeah.
hearing Oz Cobb speak, I'm like, I know that guy. Like I'm friends with that guy.
I know that road.
And there's a scene, I don't know if you guys read this in the chat. I said I couldn't stop thinking about JD, where Penguin, he's stressed out, he's doing with his mom and everything. And he stops what he's doing because on TV they're playing like a musical from the 40s. And
Yeah.
he just like slowly sits down and watches it and goes, God damn. It's like, he's watching an old musical. That's what JD
Yeah,
does.
that's what
He
JD
watches
does
old
24/7.
musicals.
Yeah.
Like he was probably
Yeah,
gonna log
he-
that on Letterboxd 2 stars after.
No,
Yeah.
he's gonna log that a 5, and then he's gonna watch like an all-time great movie and go, it was kind of mid. I thought
It was
mid."
garbage, actually. Yeah.
No, he probably logged that movie a 3 and be like, "This is gonna be the best thing I've ever seen."
Yeah.
3 stars.
And we're like, JD, what is this? What is, I couldn't even think of the
Bizarre.
name of one of those weird movies he watches, but anyway.
Not Little Italy.
Yeah.
Emily in Paris. I don't know, one of those things.
Emily in
yeah.
Paris. I'm sure he's a big fan.
I
a
wasn't
good show.
excited for this show at all because it's like I don't care about the Penguin, but as I start watching, like, oh, but I like this version of Penguin.
No, that's exactly it. Generally, would I watch a show about the Penguin or read a comic about the Penguin or do anything? No, not at all.
No,
Never,
I'm not gonna
ever.
read about the Penguin. Yeah, I don't care about the Penguin.
But Colin Farrell's the Penguin? Colin Farrell's Oz Cobb?
Forget
Yeah, just
about it.
waddling around and being like, "Hey, I ever let you down before?"
And getting naked and getting a protege
Yeah,
and
when he
shooting
takes
guns
his
and
shoe off and his
getting
sock. And
tortured by Sophia Falcone
yeah,
and
that was
referencing
fun.
the Batman. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, he
Always.
basically has a Robin in this too.
Yeah, he does basically have a Robin in this.
Did you know the plot of this, Harper?
So the maker like
Yeah,
messes his origin up or something.
yeah.
Yeah, so his
Yeah,
name
the
is Oz
maker
Cobb instead of Oswald
tries to
Cobb.
get rid of Oz Cobb by having a bunch of teenagers steal his car. And he's just like, "Hey, what the hell?" And he starts shooting and he misses them all. And then but he goes to one guy, he's just like, "Give me your ID, I know where you live now, so you work for me now." And this teenager is just on like his now. So
He's like
he's forced-
he just has to go with the Penguin.
Yeah, so there's like this 17-year-old kid is just forced to follow the Penguin around. It's like, "Hey, I checked your ID. I saw the Riddler blew up your house, so you got nothing. You got no one but me."
I was about to say this is after the Batman, isn't
Yes,
it?
the city is
That's
flooded. It's
exciting.
the power vacuum. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
Cool.
like Riddler being like, "I hate the rich," but it turns out he just blew up a bunch of like low-income families' homes.
Yeah, because he's actually just crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
So they
I
actually
know.
say it's just like turns out a lot of rich people, they're all good, but a lot of people that were like struggling, they're all like either dead or
They just got
struggling even more
flooded.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Riddler was an idiot. Let's be real.
Yeah, so
was
they
an
basically
idiot.
point out that he was an idiot.
dumbass.
So this kid has nothing, and so he's trying to steal the Batmobile's tires off,
He's
but it's
literally
actually the
Jason
Penguin's car.
Todd. Yeah.
Yeah, but the Penguin's just like, "I'm gonna kill you unless you work for me now. So you got to help me take away this body here." Because the show starts with him killing yeah.
Alberto Falcone, who he says he's going to inherit it. He's like, "This is my family. This is my seat." And then Oz just shoots him because he got insulted.
Hell yeah. Is
Yeah,
that
the-
one that we saw in the trailer where he just shoots real quick?
Yeah, because basically they're having a good conversation, but then he ends up calling Oz, and I can't remember, he calls him a name, but Oz just instantly goes, starts
I
laughing, and
did
goes,
because it
"Oh
was.
no!"
I love because I was watching that scene. It's the opening scene to the show, thinking, "Okay, this is the plot to the show. He's got to
It is,
usurp
yeah.
Alberto Falcone," and then immediately kills him. I went, "Okay, this isn't the plot to the show." Well,
The
it's
plot is
actually
he killed a really important person, and now he has to go around working with their family, being like, "Hey, where'd he go?
Yeah,
Where'd
now-
that kid
and now
go?
he's
He's
to
supposed
deal-
to be here
that's-
by now."
that's-
What?
I like
now he's
that.
got to
So
deal with
funny
that
because-
guy's serial killer sister.
You can, because we know that he's lying, but he's like
Yeah.
not the best liar too.
No.
Because they're just like, "Have you seen my," like Maria's like, "Have you seen my brother?" And he's just like, "Your brother? Oh, he's supposed to be here by
Yeah.
now." And then he like looks away and goes, It's kind of funny.
I am keen to watch this show. I literally just have not had time.
It is very,
That's a
very
lie.
good.
I mean, that's
that is
kind of a lie because
You've watched probably like 3 movies since the show came out.
I watched fucking Inside Out 2 and Thunderdome. Like I had the time.
Inside Out 2 is good,
Great movie.
Great movie.
Inside Out 2.
Yeah, great movie.
It's really good. That movie, again, that's another example of a movie I went really liked it. Don't really have a lot of flaws. 7. But that movie came together massively at the end because I was so sure they were going to demonize all the. I was so sure that the thing they were setting up with Joy demonizing emotions and blah 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 is what they were going to follow through with, and it was going to be like, no, joy and all of that matters most. But they were like, no, anxiety, you have a part to play, but you don't get to control who Riley is. I thought it was very touching. It was very good.
It's a good lesson. Yeah.
I also like when Joy starts laughing. She goes, and then she just shoots anxiety. That was sick.
And it goes, and then she has to lie to their emotions. Be like, anxiety's supposed
has to lie to sadness or whatever. I'm disappointed that like half the cast didn't return because Disney didn't want to pay them. That annoyed me.
Yeah, that
I really was
anger.
hoping though,
yeah,
like the movie would. I was really hoping they would just like Caesar kill anxiety. I was so pissed off. I hated that bitch. I hated her.
Yeah.
She was so annoying.
I saw both of your guys' reviews on Letterboxd, and I read them in the perfect order because I read Hunter's first, where it was like him talking about like, I really like this movie because this, and then Tyler's being like, I wanted them to Caesar anxiety.
I just wanted them to all turn on her and stab her to death.
Stab her to death.
Her. She was so annoying. She kept ruining Riley's life.
Yeah, she did.
But you know what? They get over it by the end.
Penguin was very good. Penguin might have been like way better than I thought it was because I went in with Joker 2 level expectations. So I was like, this is actually amazing. I thought because I don't like the Penguin.
Everyone was saying it was good except IGN, so I was like, oh, it's gonna be good.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be good.
I mean, we do live in such a strange era where, again, like in this couple month span, we're getting Joker 2, a Penguin TV show, a third Venom movie, a Kraven the Hunter movie.
Yeah,
like it is strange. This is a crazy timeline, but the Penguin's probably going to be the best of all of those.
Oh yeah, by far. Because
I think Venom
to his Robin, because this kid that he basically kidnapped, he's making him do terrible things. Like, you got to cut off this girl's head. You got to follow me. I'll kill your family, kind of thing. But at the very end, they sit and watch the sunset with Slurpees, and he's just like, "Did you mix the flavors?" And the kid's like,
guy.
Yeah, the kid's like, I mix the flavors. Yeah, he's like, it's good when you mix the flavors. He's like, yeah, it's good. He goes, no, it's not good. It's the best. It's like everything he says makes the kid flinch.
Yeah, because he's scary. And I think like he is so under like.
You guys know what the Penguin's missing though, right?
A full name. I would pay
Eddie Brock.
I don't have a lot of money, but I
would too. I'd pay a lot of money if we get the Batman cameo and it's Tom Hardy's Batman.
No, how about this though?
And it's just a real silly voice. I would pay so much money.
I would love if Eddie Brock and Oz Cobb could just have a conversation.
It's just Eddie Brock.
I want a scene where they accidentally kill someone important and they have to like they're the only witnesses and then try to figure out what to do.
Oh god.
We should eat his head.
Dude, yeah. Like, why are you talking to yourself?
Oh my
some
god,
kind of crazy guy or something? What are you talking
about? That is a great Hunter Harper episode coming up on the
Eddie Brock.
Oh man.
I'm thinking,
and then Tyler, you could be there. It'd be Venom.
Yeah, they go to Arkham. We cut to Arkham at the end, and then there's like a multiversal sparklies or whatever. And then in an empty cell, Tom Hardy appears and he goes, "Well, hope the food's better in this joint." And then there's another post-credit scene where Venom shows up to the Penguin and says, "Has something to do with Spider-Man, I think. I think a group of guys like us should start a team." Intriguing.
Intriguing.
That's really intriguing, huh?
It's really intriguing, huh?
I just want them to be like they accidentally killed the mayor of Gotham and they're in like the building that the mayor lives in, and they have to like
Weekend at Bernie's him.
Yeah, they have to figure out how to get the body out of the building together. They're just like, okay, you grab our leg. Oh crap, we got.
Hunter, do you want to make another bet?
No.
Commissioner Gordon cameo.
I don't think so.
No, we'll get a Martinez cameo at the very least.
Yeah.
Mr. Wayne. Yeah.
I think it would make sense if we had Gordon in this, but I also
You know
don't think
what?
it's gonna
A
happen.
line I think of. I think it is that Daily at this point, but I'm always thinking
Is
of
it
when he goes.
punch me in the face?
No,
Is
it's when he
that one where
goes.
they
El
get real
Rata
close?
says that.
Yeah, it's good stuff, isn't it?
What is this?
What
Really
are you
guys
gonna do,
stupid or
stupid or
something?
something? It's just so good.
World's greatest detective.
That's gotta be the
I
best
mean, you
scene
don't know the difference between L
ever.
and La.
No habla español, fellas.
Well,
And I do like. I know we talk about this scene every episode, but just that Batman and Gordon are looking at each other like, "Oh God, we really fucked this up.
Yeah.
Are we dumb?"
Yeah. And they are, because we had figured out at that point that they're like on the
Yeah.
wrong thing. You know what I mean?
It's law. I don't
Hell.
know.
They're like chasing down that entire scene is so funny because they're chasing down the penguin, and you as an audience member are going, I
He's
don't
got
think the
nothing to
penguin
do
has
with
fucking
this.
anything to do with
He's
this.
got
Yeah.
nothing to do with this.
It's just like a guy that's just stuck in the situation.
But I
Yeah, he's
love.
just-
But this
He's
is actually.
literally innocent at that point. He's like,
Well, that's why they let him go. But this is what I was gonna say: is I think it is incredible they do let him go, because I totally buy him as being a guy that Batman thinks is like so stupid that he can't ever affect anything. Like he's like, this
Yeah.
guy's so dumb, he'll never be a threat to me. But in this show, it's like, oh no, he's actually making some moves. Like
Mm.
by the time they do meet again in Batman 2, the Penguin's gonna be
you
like
motherfucker.
the Penguin's gonna be like running the Iceberg Lounge and like a legit like set up criminal, and Batman's just gonna be like, God, I really should have taken this guy out when I had the
Yeah.
chance.
I shouldn't have let him waddle away in handcuffs.
waddle away.
You
I guess that's
sons
the
of
only time we
bitches!
It's like the only time we see him walk in the Batman, but in this he's walking a lot because his foot is just so messed up. He
He's
takes
got
his
penguin feet.
takes his shoe off at one point. It's like his toe never stopped growing. Like his big toe is like
it's
messed up. It
horrific,
like goes
yeah.
around his foot there, like it's so
Oh.
deformed. That's
Well,
why
he's
he
got like an
waddles.
actual thing, yeah. That's
Yeah,
why he's
yeah.
that's must be why they call him the Penguin. Yeah.
Yeah,
Love
yeah, because he waddles.
I want to know why he's disfigured. What happened to his face? Why's he got all those scars?
Yeah, he was,
Oh,
well,
yeah.
I mean he's a gangster.
I know, but like
That's a
Yes.
really bad liar too, so he's probably because when he
It's
wakes up
true.
about to get tortured, he's just like, like,
Yeah.
he's clearly
yeah, I
been
wonder how many
tortured
times he's
before.
been in that scenario. Yeah.
Yeah,
I like her. What's her name? Sophia Falcone. She's good. She's gonna be a good
she
villain.
is good. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's intimidating. I guess ultimate.
Penguin. Ultimate Spider-Man issue 9. Issue
I
number
feel like
9.
I don't want to be here for this.
You know,
Actually,
We-
no, what am I kidding? I skimmed through the issue anyway. It didn't look like much happened. So
MCU suit.
legit
Yeah.
actually was kind of disappointed in this because I thought he was gonna fight the Sinister Six and get his ass whooped, and like that was gonna be a turning point for the series.
Yeah, you did say you're like, okay, next issue, like shit is gonna ramp up. And I flicked through the issue and went, oh, people are talking.
Yeah, that's just, it's just
We get Black Cat and that's it.
Yeah, no, I thought this issue, right? Let's say Peter gets jumped by the Sinister Six and he gets beat to shit, and it's like the first time he really, really gets hurt, you know? And that issue ends
Okay.
like that, and the cliffhanger for the next issue. But in this, he gets into a small little scuff with the Black Cat, and then Goblin nearly kills him. And Peter's like, "Hey Harry, you know, like, you shouldn't kill people." And Harry's like, "Shut the fuck up. I'm gonna if I want it."
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Peter's like, ooh, okay. I
Yeah.
don't like
Oops.
that. Yeah. Anyway, that's literally the whole issue.
Yeah.
I
I don't know
did
what else to talk about. I
Because
said
the
like I felt
covers-
like Homecoming's
covers a lie.
ending.
Covers a lie.
Yeah. it
Covers
is.
great. Covers a lie.
But covers for this book have been weird too. Because remember there was that cover where they had it was Kingpin, Goblin facing down with I said that the wrong way. Spider-Man and Goblin facing down with Kingpin, right? And it was like the cover for issue 3, and then they moved it because that story doesn't happen until like issue 6 or 7. Or it was like much later. So I imagine that Sinister Six cover is probably like the story
Issue-
for next issue or
yeah.
the issue
Well,
after.
the,
like
the cover for
I
the
think they're
next
kinda-
issue is the one where it looks like Green Goblin is kidnapping Jonah.
Oh, what happened to
Yeah.
the cover with Black Cat though?
That's like in like January,
Oh, what?
or maybe no, that might be November actually.
I thought that was supposed to
I
be
think
the
it's
cover for
November.
issue 8.
Felicia, that's gonna be I think issue.
No, that's November.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Because we see
mean,
her in this.
I did
Yes, we do
exactly
see
what
her
you,
in this. Yeah.
Mhm.
I did exactly what I said I would do, Tyler. You were like, read Hulk read Hulk, and I said,
you did.
I'll read Mad Max Fury Road Max issue 1 to 2, and that's exactly what I
And
did.
you did that.
And
you
then
fucking piece of shit.
I
You
did
should read
read
a
I did
Marvel
read
book.
Godzilla, and that was good. That was good.
You
Godzilla
read
in Hell. That was good
Godzilla? I
stuff.
read Wolverine Revenge issue 2.
Oh, is that out? No,
Yeah,
I
it did
missed
come
it.
out. It was good.
Oh.
Conan.
Was it better than the last issue? Because the last issue sucked.
It was more blood, and I like the blood.
I did not read Werewolf by Night either. I've been
Yeah,
way
no, I
too
didn't read
busy
that
this
either. This Image book came out, so this is interesting, I think. Or it isn't. You know what? I'm gonna stop saying things are interesting. It's really not that interesting. But it's called
Is
The
Wolverine's
Manchurian.
Revenge worth catching up on so we can talk about it next week?
Is it worth reading one issue? I guess. I mean, sure.
Next week is Joker 2, okay?
Yeah,
read
don't
it.
fucking yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's this thing at Image. It's called the Horizon Experiment. This is an issue that came out called The Manchurian.
Oh, I heard
But
about this. Yeah.
It's basically everyone was given the same challenge: create a protagonist from a marginalized background set in a popular genre where if the background of your protagonist changed, so would your story. So the book results are this one, The Manchurian, which is a Chinese James Bond. The next book, which is The Sacred Damned, which is a Muslim John Constantine. The next book, which is Moon Dogs, which is a family of werewolves with East African descent. Ooh, Harper, that's what you are, right? A family of werewolves with East African descent.
Oh my god, that sounds like the coolest thing I've ever heard.
Because
Yes,
it's you.
I am.
In December
Yeah.
is Motherfucking Monsters. I don't know how that's the title of this comic, but it's an Evil Dead for black nerds. And
Moon
then
Dogs is a
Finders
cool name.
Keeper in January, which is a reverse Indiana Jones, it says. So yeah, cool. I mean, I probably and the idea is if people read any of these one shots, if they get enough sales, maybe we'll get ongoing series.
That's cool.
Guy that wrote this, I hate saying his name because it's literally pronounced porn sack, but he's great. He wrote The Good Asian.
What?
He wrote Man's
Oh,
Best.
Show me.
Wait, what?
You can't really see it. Porn sack Pinochet. It's great.
Wow, it is porn sack. Okay.
It is, isn't it? He's fantastic though. He wrote, like I said, Good Asian, and he also
Wait,
wrote
say
Man's
that again.
Best. Oh, fantastic.
I
Guys,
got
I've
it.
got it. That is a joke that once we say it, we just go, we got it.
Yeah.
It's what it's called. We
Yeah.
do it every
Anyway,
time.
those are the books I read this week. I also read.
Tyler, I
also reread-
scrolled through Wolverine's Revenge, and you're right. It just looks like they fight. Cool.
Yep, they fight Sabretooth. I
Fight
reread
Sabretooth.
for no reason, and by that I mean I reread it because they did an episode on it with the comic pop. I reread Gotham City Year One. I bought it, and
Oh,
I hate to say
You said it was good, didn't you?
I did. I hate to say this though because after I bought it, I read it, and then I now have ordered Human Target because I hate this feeling where I read a Tom King book and I go, "Oh my god, this is the best comic ever," and then
You do that
and then
a
I-
lot.
and then I
Yeah.
know because now I remember reading the first half of Human Target before it went on a hiatus and thinking this is fucking excellent. And I know that when I read it now in full, I'm gonna say, "Oh my god, this is the best comic ever," because I'm a fucking moron. But Gotham City Year One is a fucking masterpiece for no reason at
Who's King?
all. For
Yeah.
no reason. It's so good. Slam Bradley.
We
He's the
really
goat.
got to get King on this podcast one
I
day.
know. Slam Bradley.
I would seriously 100% pitch Eggman to him. I'll be like, "Can I have 45 seconds of your time?"
Listen, you guys are getting the Sonic
You're getting
license.
a crossover. You can
Yeah.
do this, Eggman.
Hunter, I've
Please.
had a weird epiphany with the Sonic movies too, is that I am going to watch them, and it's because of Venom.
What?
It's because like Venom felt like goofy, silly like movies that are just like dumb and funny. Like I don't want to watch it. And then I watched them and I went, you know what? I enjoyed those more
Masterpieces,
than I
yeah.
thought I would, and I bet Sonic's better than that. So like now I'm like, you know what? I'll give it a go. Like
So
I'll
the
try.
Sonic is better than that.
Fun fact about them too. Yeah, they are better because they have like a fun plot and everything in there. It's especially the second one. The second one's really good.
Second
The
one is
first
really
one,
good.
Jim Carrey kept ignoring the script and just doing his own thing, and they're just like, "Oh, this is good. He's actually really good at improv." And the second one, apparently they just told him like, "Hey, there's gonna be moments in the script that look empty. We want you just to improvise," and he's so good at it. He
Damn.
just does his
And
little, he
and
does his little
also, I
jokes.
also like how he's just not doing any other movies besides Sonic. He's just living as Eggman now. Like
Yeah,
Carrey's given up on it.
This stuff. This is solid enough.
For kids are movie for a more kids
68 and
movie. Yeah,
64 for the first one.
yeah.
You
I
know
mean,
what? Good enough.
they're good
and
movies.
it
They're
respects
actually
the
good movies. I
lore,
like
so you'll like that, I'm sure.
I'm
Yeah.
sure I will. Yeah.
But it is funny
And-
how it's just like Eggman is just he's the best part of those movies. It's just Jim Carrey being Jim Carrey, but he's really good at
did
it.
you like the thing that I sent you? I sent
You can have to be
Hunter
way more
like
specific.
I sent Hunter a write up about. Well, we're talking about Jim Carrey. Put two and two together, fool. I sent him a thing about Jim Carrey's Wikipedia page where it talks about like how he retired from acting, and he's like, "Look, only way I'd come back is if there was a really good script and blah blah blah." And then the next sentence is is now reprising the role of Dr. Robotnik in Sonic 3.
Yeah.
And
He said
it's
only
just so
if
funny.
the heavens give him a script made in golden ink.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
And then I also said
Sonic
to you, it'd
3.
be nice if he didn't forcibly kiss people at award shows, because that was weird as fuck. Remember that?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But he
Weird
does a
guy.
funny dance.
He does a funny dance, which is cool, and we forgive him for that. We forgive him for that.
Yes, we
My
do.
favorite improvised line, because it cuts really quickly, because apparently the whole crew just started laughing in the first movie, is when he first gets Sonic's quill and it has electrocution, he like licks it and goes like, ugh! And then he says interesting in Japanese. It's like,
What
"Korewa."
the fuck?
It's so funny. So then it just cuts away.
Like,
It's like, why do you know that?
he feels like he's like ingested so many drugs that he doesn't need anymore. Like they're in constant circulation in his
Well,
system.
yeah, he's more drugs and blood these days.
He's more drugs. He's like Charlie Sheen now. Like, yeah.
It's the only thing pushing through. It's not oxygen pushing through his blood anymore.
But
It's
he's funny,
morphine.
so it's okay.
Yeah.
He is funny. I like your t-shirt, Hunter. Unironically.
Thank you. Thank you.
Nice.
Oh.
I'm feeling
Actually,
complimentary. I don't know. I'm just happy. I'm happy for you and the things that you like. And I'm same for Tyler. I'm happy
What
that
did
you guys
what did you
like stuff.
buy?
I'm
Hunter?
on top now. Yeah, I actually like my stuff that I appreciate are getting respected. So-
What'd you
And
buy?
but it is a good feeling, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
it is
I feel
fucking
like
good.
you in probably 2018 when Halloween's reboot, like reboot sequel
It
was
was-
good.
Halloween
was-
reboot
no.
sequel and Daredevil season 3 in the same month.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was.
And
it
it's
was
like,
the
oh my
stretch
God,
from
we're
like
getting more
it
of
was
this.
like 2015 to 2018. It was like peak for me because Daredevil season 1 coming out
No, it would have
after
been to Endgame.
arguing with people at fucking
Oh yeah,
what
Endgame too.
It would have
Yeah,
been till
2019.
Endgame, no?
2019. Yeah, no, but then he died in it, and I was sad. Yeah,
But still, he
those are the best.
Good movie still, yeah.
Yes,
But like
absolutely.
the things that you love, like Iron Man, he's getting really respected. Daredevil,
Yeah.
and then whatever
really
the Halloween,
respected.
like Michael
It's like
Myers,
the
yeah.
best
Yeah, no,
fucking
it
movie
was
ever.
that was a good time. That was a
Mhm.
very good time.
That's me now because like Sonic's getting like
They were
well
perfect
recognized and
days.
yeah.
everything.
All my guys are
Diamond
dead.
absolutes.
So.
Yeah, literally. What's happening with Halloween right now?
Next year's mine though. Next
TV
year,
show.
Yeah, is that still
Prequel
happening?
TV series. It's still happening. I don't think it'll be good, but it is.
prequel
I
about
think.
what?
It's allegedly going to be set after the first movie, and then there was a rumor that it was actually going to be set before the first Halloween, and it was just going
Yeah,
to be
what?
about
Michael
Haddonfield
in-
as a town, which is fine
What?
because they could look if you're going to do a Halloween spin-off, you do a spin-off about the story about the murders that happened in like the town over that the groundskeeper talks to Loomis about, where he's
What do you
like,
call it?
Oh,
Do you call
yeah.
it
old
a
Earl,
Halloween
whatever.
tale?
You call it October
They would
30th.
call it a Halloween tale, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, a Halloween story. Oh God,
From
they
the
would
world
call
of
it that too.
Halloween. Yeah.
But like that story that he tells is creepy. It's like a normal dad wakes up one day,
Michael
butchers his
Myers
whole
saga.
family, and then
Yeah.
like it's like the movie. It's like The Stepfather. If you've ever seen that, it's like that.
Do you
Oh, I
just
have seen
say
that,
that
yeah.
it's like
It's a good movie.
just
That
Terry
is a good
Halloween?
movie, actually.
Terrio, yeah,
God,
that's underrated horror movie. The
I forgot that
Stepfather.
movie existed. And
That's
yeah, that is
Terry
actually
O'Quinn.
really good. Yeah.
Terry O'Quinn from
It's
fucking
got a
Lost.
good ending too. I won't say it, but it's got a
Does.
like an interesting ending.
His whole scene in the kitchen or whatever, where he goes, "Wait, who am I here?" When he like messes up what person he's playing.
Yeah.
I fucking love it. The
I
Stepfather. No,
also
not 2000.
recommend for if people have seen Stepfather and want a movie similar, a movie that just came out, Speak No Evil, it's very similar.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Can I show you what sold me on that movie? It was not like the Rotten Tomato score or anything. It was this. I'm gonna
With
It's
James
a
find it.
it
McAvoy
is a
playing
good
a crazy
movie
guy
actually.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do love James McAvoy, but that is not the specific
Because
reason.
there's a scene in that where he goes like he forgets who he's playing. Like
Oh,
because
it
Of
literally is the
course I'm a
Stepfather.
bloody
That's crazy.
yeah,
doctor.
because he told obviously implied by the trailer, and this isn't much of a spoiler, but he says that what he says isn't really true because he's a little crazy, but he tells his family he's a doctor. So when the wife accidentally cuts her finger at one point, and they're just like, "Oh, thank God you're a doctor." And he goes, "No, I'm not. What?" And they're just like,
Um,
"Aren't you a doctor?" He goes, what are you talking about? I never said that." And then eventually he clicks and goes, "Oh, I got you. Of course I'm a doctor. You should have seen your face. Of course I'm a
that's
doctor." Kind of
cool.
thing.
That is
But it
cool.
is a good scene.
I James McAvoy did an interview. I actually have to thank Sean for sending this to me, but it was
Thank you, Sean.
James McAvoy was doing an interview and he was talking about like book adaptations and stuff. And you know when you hear actors talk about source material and oh, this was the thing that sold me on Speak No Evil. It was this photo. I was like, God damn, that is a
Yeah.
whole lot of man. Look at that.
Yeah, he is a big
Anyway.
boy. I like that it's kinky underscore boys on
Kinky
Instagram.
underscore boys. Yeah, that was actually the first account that I followed on Instagram when I signed up.
Okay.
Yeah, he was. You hear like actors talk about source material, and it's always like, oh, we adapted this thing from the comics or the book, and it always sounds really vague. And I'm like, you don't know, like when Elizabeth Olsen talks about like House of M or something, you're not like, yeah, oh no, she read this. You know what I mean?
No, she
You read
definitely
a
did.
James McAvoy was
synopsis.
talking about It Chapter 2, and he was like, he's talking about how faithful it was and blah blah, and he starts talking about the turtle, and I was like, okay, that's kind of like a talking point for anyone who has knows about the book but hasn't read the book. They know that there's this other force out there. The opposition of it is the turtle. And he started talking about it. I'm like, there's no way that like he's actually read this book. And then he goes, oh no, I love the book. And I was like, okay. And then he like quoted it. He was like, I remember reading the book, and Bill Denbrough goes, the turtle can't save us now. And I was like, holy shit. Like he's like quoting the book in an interview. I was like so I don't know, I was so impressed. I was like, okay, he actually like
Because
knows what he's talking
oftentimes,
about. That's
like,
so
actors
cool.
don't do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I love like that he actually because like I don't expect Robert Downey Jr. to have ever seen a page of an Iron Man book in his life,
Well,
and I
they
don't fucking
usually.
care.
Yeah,
But it
yeah,
is
that's
cool
fine.
that like to see an actor like quote it in the thing. I started
Yeah.
being like, no, okay, James, fine,
I
okay,
mean,
It
like
is
that's
but
cool
cool.
when they
that's
do
why
read it,
people like
like
Henry
him and
Cavill at
this.
all.
Yeah, yeah,
Because he
because
does
Henry
that.
Cavill talks about rebirth. It's like,
Yeah.
what? But then,
Good to
well,
see
hey,
you,
have you
good
seen
to see
that picture of Benedict Cumberbatch on the couch reading Doctor Strange? So,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the exact stuff I mean, bro. I'm
Benedict
like, that's cool
Cumberbatch
that he's
in Doctor
posed with the
Strange
oath,
costume.
but
Yeah, going,
like,
oh, Doctor
yeah.
Strange.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think some actors are reading comics. Like I think
Rob,
Brie Larson probably read some Captain Marvel stuff.
Rob,
Barb
imagine
Pattinson,
me
yeah.
having read every Batman story ever. Rob's
Hunter,
Batman story, Rob's favorite Batman story being Batman Shaman,
do you
which is
recognize him, Hunter?
fucking weird.
I do. Yeah, I mean,
Do,
Stepfather
do you remember
19
what
years.
he was in recently or not?
Oh no, I don't.
Uh,
Was he
this
in
might
Alien?
actually, this might actually blow your mind a little bit.
I could pull up
You know what?
Sonic
It's not
2.
going to blow your mind, but you're going to go, oh, that's kind of cool,
Oh, that's kind of cool.
isn't it? It is actually kind of cool.
I,
He was in,
wow, it looks very, very different.
yes, well, because he's old. But yes, he was in the Rick Grimes show, The Walking Dead, The Rick Grimes
Great,
show.
great show.
I liked it a lot.
I feel like I watched it 10 years ago.
I agree with you. Yeah, it feels like I watched it in COVID, and I'm like, it was the start of this year. Like,
This is like February or March or something.
yeah, it's nuts. You're right. It
Good
does
show
feel
though.
like an eternity ago.
Yeah.
All right, who
That
wants
is.
to be old Hal Jordan in the thumbnail?
Hunter, obviously.
Yeah.
The last thing I've written down, it's this is a way to I guess get the to get the end of the podcast. But do we have any thoughts before we get all in DC, which is next week?
I probably won't read it.
You won't read it?
I don't think I'll read either.
Yeah.
The Hunter, you
Can I?
won't
Can
read
I?
it?
Can I?
I might. I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't really care right now.
What's that?
It's like
All right,
setting up
and
the new
so
universe.
this was a hero story, episode 286.
No, what do you think? What do you think? You
Oh,
can.
I gotta find the Iron
Um,
Man cover.
What do I think?
Yes.
I think that I'll read it.
Are you expecting
Oh.
anything? Okay, here. I expect Darkseid
Tyler,
will
all
be doing
time.
the inner
This
monologue.
week is an all-time
I'm-
cover. It's a West Coast Avengers one, bro.
Oh, that is sick as fuck. Actually,
It's
that's
good.
awesome.
That is a good cover.
Well, I mean, you're expecting that. We know that Darkseid's going to be.
I think he'll be like
Doing
narrating it.
No, we know that. It's
Oh, we
a
do?
flip
Okay.
book. Half of the book to the middle is Josh Williamson, Daniel St. Pierre from Superman's point of view, recruiting the new Justice League, and the other side of the book, you flip it and then you read it that way, is Scott Snyder, Wes Craig from Darkseid's point of view, after he discovered something at the end of Absolute Power, and then they meet in the middle. So you read them both ways, and they meet in the middle.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I'll get that. Okay.
And I am excited for this absolute DC universe. And I'm more excited, I would say, though, for just the books that are coming out in the regular DC universe, like Joshua Williamson and Dan Moore on Superman.
Yeah, that is a good cat. And then Justice League Unlimited too.
Justice League Unlimited, yeah, and like, I think I'm just more excited for that. I mean, I'll read the absolute books, obviously, at least
I
Batman
saw
and
like
Wonder Woman.
Batman's getting like crazy pre-order sales.
Yeah,
But
Batman
yeah,
comes
with
out.
250,000 or something, right?
Yeah.
Batman comes out in 2 weeks. It's October 9th, so that's the week after.
Yeah.
All in. I'm excited for it.
I'll probably check it out. It's just I don't know. I don't have.
I think you're
too
lying
much
to yourself
expectations.
because I think when the issue comes out on like Wednesday, you'll see a post about it and there'll be something where you're like, I like DC though. I like the DC.
Yeah, no, I do love DC, and so I will read it. I'll check it out, but I don't know. I haven't read many
I've
comics
been
outside
reading One
Ultimate
Piece
Universe.
and it's just so good that I like just don't understand what's happening in these comic books anymore.
Thank you. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I
hate
That
you
book
for
made me.
that, by the way.
That book made me cry the other day.
I really
so.
don't like you for that, by the way. Like, you just got to read a good comic is the thing.
Yeah, I know. It's
Read
just
Dual
like
Power Bomb. I think all of this would be over if you just read Dual Power Bomb or you read The Walking Fucking Dead. God damn it.
It's that part. He's right.
But why would I do
Supposed to
that when I could read the Bible?
Which is
I'm
One
gonna read a
Piece.
DC book for the first time in like 2 years this week.
Oh,
Maybe 4 years for you.
Godzilla versus Kong versus Justice League. Genuinely
That
the best
cover's
Justice League
great.
story since the New 52.
Whoa.
Wow.
It's a
That's-
really
Well, I
good.
mean, that being
it's a
said,
really-
after New 52, Justice League comics have sucked.
No, and I
I've
also
sucked ass.
and I
That's a
also am
good
thinking
point.
back, and I don't love the New 52 Justice League as much as I did.
I was about to say I don't really like the new 52 Justice League all that much.
Yeah, I don't
think
like
it's
it as
kinda
much as I
mid.
did when I was a kid, which is par for the course because
I think it's
written for
I
children.
think Dark Side War is amazing, and anyone who likes that book is a true Sigma. I think that.
I
Thank
think
you.
that too.
You're welcome, man. I'm really propping you
I
up
think
this
it's
week.
good when
Hunter.
I was a
Thank you.
kid getting into DC because like it's written for that. But now having read more Justice League outside of it, I don't think it's the best. But Godzilla Kong Justice League, genuinely a 10 out of 10 Justice League story. Like
Cool.
get rid of Kong, get rid of Godzilla, and like the Justice League center of it, where it's the Legion of Doom go to Skull Island and kidnap King Kong because they want to turn him evil. 10 out of 10. And Grodd and King Kong have conversation.
Yes,
Come
I saw
on.
that. Yeah,
that
that
is
cool.
fiction right there. That's what we have
It is
stories for.
fiction. I don't believe you.
I don't
Oh, you
believe that
me?
that is fiction.
That is fiction right there. A talking gorilla talking to a non-talking but much bigger gorilla. Love
That
it.
is great. Oh,
Yes.
can you imagine a Grodd Caesar Kong crossover? Just an
Dude,
upscale.
Godzilla
like-
kills Superman in that book. Like I
He
know,
does.
like that panel where Billy Batson's holding Superman. And he's like, "Oh my God, Superman, you got beat by Godzilla." Godzilla actually kills him. He actually dies. He actually dies.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Play the
the
Billy
rest of
Batson
this-
holds him.
Yeah, the rest of the story is about Batman going like, I can't believe that fucking lizard killed Superman. Like, I'm so mad about that.
I'm so mad.
It's really good. It's really good. It's actually really good.
Oh my god.
I want to.
Does he come back and go to Lois and be like, "You smell nice"? Or whatever?
Yeah, you smell like you. Why would I not smell like me? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Justice League.
Or did I smell bad before? I think that's what he says.
Yeah, that is what
that's
Henry
right.
says.
Quick spoiler for Godzilla Kong Justice League. I'm sorry.
No.
Has the best panel in comic book history where Grodd smashes Guy Gardner's face and kills him. He takes his foot, his hand foot, and smashes Guy Gardner's face into a concrete sidewalk and kills him. It's a lot of death.
You know, this is. I feel as though that's a selling point, less of a
Yes,
spoiler.
that's exactly it. So now read this book for that. It's a great book. It actually is really good. But the Dan Mora cover is a lie because it's not Dan Mora. But it's
no, it's not. It's
Christian Dooch.
Yeah, exactly.
so it's
Which
good.
is fine. He's
Oh,
good.
he did a lot of Flash. Trust me,
He
Lucas
did
is
do a lot of Flash.
It is really good. Anyway, yeah, actually do read that. You know what? Fuck, I might buy the hardcover because I have the issues, but the hardcover actually looks so slick. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway,
We did it.
Podcast.
We'll
We
be
did do
back
it.
next
Good-
week
good
for
pod.
Joker 2. But if JD's not here, his dad better be.
no, for
We gotta message
You
him
think-
and be like,
you
"Yo,
think we can
Joker
get
2's
Lady
coming
Gaga?
out." What?
You think we can get Lady Gaga?
On the podcast.
Yes, on the podcast talking about Joker 2.
What else is she doing?
Yeah, exactly. I'll do my best. I'll try to get in touch with her for the next week.
Hello, Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga.
I saw a
Poker
post
face.
where someone's going to like
Poker
movie
face.
theaters. Because there's the two posters actually show there where it shows like Phoenix and Gaga, and someone just has a cutout.
Bad romance.
Someone has a cutout that says Goo Goo and has been putting it over Phoenix. So it says Goo Goo
I did
Gaga.
Goo Goo
Oh my
Gaga.
god. Oh my god.
Posters.
Paparazzi. Telephone. All right, that's it. Give us a like, give us a comment. I don't know. So give us a review.
A Star is Born.
This shallow.
House of Gucci. See you next week, guys. Joker 2.
Oh my god.